In Samaria's thick, nearly impenetrable northern jungle, a volcano sends hot ash thousands of feet in the air. Like a demented devil from hell, it spits and hurls molten wrath upon the world. Rivers of fast-moving lava pour from gaping wounds in the crater wall, burning away the luscious jungle below. The Tinderbox, 7 days into the hunt. 4 black silhouettes top a ridgeline, outlined in violet, red, and orange smoke. Snapping embers from the erupting volcano rain down upon them. A blast shakes the world, but not a volcanic blast. No, instead, the roar from a beast. A giant 100-ton lava elemental, a mixture of minerals and magma, rises up out of the fast-flowing superheated soup. Its incendiary foot slams hard on solid ground as it exits the volcano core. Kindling lava rats of unusual size scurry eagerly around the beast, snapping and hissing. The 4 figures, backs against the mountain, are trapped by swift flowing rivers of lava to the left and to the right, the only exit through the volcanic hellish beasts. Aggee, a youthful Targonian male and a Chan-style martial artist, is choking smoke while energetic fire embers pepper his determined grimace. The Chan leaps. A week earlier, in Graver's Dig, specifically in the Marn Max Keep, the most exclusive residence for VIPs visiting the resort, Aggee smiles, waves, motioning others to follow.
She's a Chan, my superior.
Ariadne, the Actoroke demigoddess, here in Graver's Dig.
Rainbow Undercloud, a female halfling dressed in a hot riot of vivid colors, nervously checks her weapons.
I hear she's trouble.
Bedia, a female Ardean and a magician by the looks of her thaumaturge-laced garb, is equally skeptical.
No, that's just her persona. She wouldn't hurt a fly.
Inside the suite is one of the most powerful visitors ever to grace this wilderness shithole, Ariadne, an Ethark elf demigoddess of martial arts. Splat! Ariadne drives her fist into a vicious-looking spider thing about the size of a wolverine, with an attitude to match. Great green gobs of greasy, grimy spider guts gush.
What kind of varmint-infested hole did you book me into?
Greatly annoyed, Ariadne, dressed in Chan practice gear, wipes spider goo from her fist.
It is Graver's Dig. Samaria, ass end of the world. What else did you expect?
Omba, a Targonian female and pirate captain, stands casually near a side door. A quick out if the goddess' anger flares too hotly.
Not a spider's nest.
They are tunnel terrors, a kind of delicacy in Graver's Dig.
What about Sheol?
It is much worse since Brigthwinner sacked it.
Oh, screw Zoo. Next time I'm just gonna tell him he could fix his own problems.
Would you prefer to stay on my ship?
This place needs a makeover.
Ariadne snaps her fingers, and the once ordinary fortress chamber shifts into an illusionary, beautiful elven suite.
That's better.
Another tunnel terror sticks its head out of a crack in the wall. Ariadne primal blasts it to smithereens, leaving behind a collage of her signature forget-me-nots.
Excuse me, Ariadne. Are we interrupting you?
Not at all. Just finishing up with the last person who interrupted me. What do you want?
I brought the new hunting party you requested. This is Rainbow. Rainbow Undercloud. She is a very capable magician in acrobatic.
Hello?
No. Not much magic with this one.
Well, perhaps just a touch.
She is a member of the Flying Circus.
A touch, perhaps. What else you got?
This is Helios.
Helios, a male half-minotaur, his physique adorned with old Imperial Legionnaire armor, salutes with a large axe.
A cow? Recruiting from the stockyards now?
He's half Minotaur.
Isn't that a bit redundant?
I mean,
That's okay. Best you not think too hard on that. Let's see that axe, friend.
Helios's fear subsides at the mention of his axe, and he hands it proudly to the goddess. Ariadne studies it intensely, eyes distant.
It's been passed down 4 generations. Gifted to your great-great-grandfather from a minor deity.
You are wise.
How did you know that?
Goddess, duh. And who might you be?
Undoubtedly, you've heard of the legendary Pedia.
Legendary, huh? Is that a title or a given name?
Pedia slayed great beasts, a great many great beasts, some of which I'm sure you have never heard of.
Oh?
Don't be modest. Tell her your story.
Bedia searches the room for an out. First, the door, guarded by Umba, then the tunnel tear hole. Maybe the window?
What are you doing?
Surely she doesn't need to hear any of my lame stories. Really, let's not waste the gods' time.
Oh, I'm sure Ariadne has time for a legend.
Yes, please. Tell me a story.
Really?
Absolutely.
Well, I suppose there was this one time on Cloudforger Mountain.
Oh, Cloudforger. Tavia. The Nordic winterlands. Please proceed.
A great beast plagued the people of Tavia. Grotesque fur covered its body from head to toe. Huge teeth, even bigger claws. We came upon it on the darkest night, not an Anumian in the sky. It was a raid, you see, 40 gravers in all. No one had seen anything like it. We brought fighters, archers, and spell support. Blood, violence, and swords. You can picture that, right?
Oh, sure.
I was there in a support capacity, a healing role. But soon I was out of spells. Half our party was dead or dying in the blood-soaked snow.
I've heard this story.
You have?
Yeah, it's the beast. The raccoon, right?
Well, it was a very big raccoon. Ancient, antediluvian, maybe a pre-diluvian.
Okay, shut up. You'll do. Rest of you, gather round.
Bedia exhales heavily, relieved to have the story and Ariadne's attention over. The 4 gravers gather around Ariadne.
The hunt starts in the morning.
So soon?
Once a decade, the tinderbox erupts, violently spewing out fire elementals. Brixwena is offering triple points in anything fire-related.
Fire? I hate fire.
The bog of incendiary conflagration. You want us to go there? Into the lava fields!
No! I hate lava! It's just fire that is in river!
I have already taken the liberty of signing you up. You will be hunting as Ariadne's artisans. Don't embarrass her.
Too late.
Ariadne's artisans.
Well, I suppose all that remains... Into the fire.
No! I hate fire!
Back to now, the tinderbox lava fields. Helios' fearful moan echoes through the heat and smoke. Aggee lands. Bam! The gung-ho champ delivers a kung fu chop-sucky flurry of blows at the closest fire rodent, striking it hard. Aggee's fist and feet come back bloody and burnt from the kindling's hot, razor-sharp lava exoskeleton.
Ouch! 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 That hurts!
No shit, try using your bow stick.
Bedia heals his wounds with a quick spell.
Oh, it feels so much better.
Back to the fight, soldier.
Across the field, Helios stands rigid, petrified by the approaching elemental spark, stomping menacingly toward him. Rainbow runs close.
Helios? Helios!
The elemental stomps closer, looming bigger and bigger.
Helios! You can do it!
Rainbow points a finger and casts Frostbite at the spark.
Fire is dumb!
He bellows a Minotaur war cry, stomps a hoof and charges. Minotaur and elemental collide. Elsewhere, Aggee hits a kindling repeatedly with his bow stick, killing it. The beast explodes, spraying fire and molten debris at Aggee, singeing his hair and skin.
Oh! They're vengeful little bastards when you kill them.
Aggee looks up through bleary eyes and sees two more kindlings racing toward Helios and Rainbow. He leaps Chan, quick, intercepting the rodents, driving the first into the ground, stunning it.
You fight like pretty ballerina.
Well, kill that thing already, will you?
I'm working on it! Ah! Ah!
Helios hammer strikes the elemental, causing it to roar, spitting lava at him, and then it disappears. Where? Subterranean, of course, rocking the world as it went.
Watch out below! Ha ha!
Fool.
Behind Helios, Rainbow throws her chakram at the rodent, chipping away its armored exoskeleton. Suddenly, the ground quakes, rocking violently.
It's coming back!
The spark reaches, lobbing lava at Aggee, dropping him.
Aggee is down!
Bedia chain casts heals at Aggee and Rainbow.
I'm glad you joined the team.
With health restored, Aggee performs a kip up and is immediately back into the action, beating the closest rat.
Try and stay up, people. I can be better help if I'm not stuck healing.
Well, excuse me.
Aggee spins his bow stick and stuns a rodent.
Someone finish that thing!
Helios does as instructed, cleaving the kindling, causing it to explode in his face.
I hate fire!
Undeterred by burning cow hair and hide, he turns his attention to the one remaining rat, but Rainbow flings her chakra, killing it first.
Beat you.
Boom! The rat explodes, spraying Helios with fire.
I hate fire.
It's aversion therapy, Helios.
I am aversion to you.
Across the way, the spark belches, spraying the field with intense meteor fire.
Incoming!
Aggee, Helios, and Rainbow jump for cover and just avoid being pelted with superheated rock and energetic particles. Rainbow takes a hot stone to the buttocks.
This is the kind of pain I don't like.
What kind of pain do you enjoy?
I'll never tell.
Across the field, Bedia conjures a cold orb and drops it on the spark. Cold and heat fight, a contest of wills, threatening to rip the tinderbox from reality.
Got him! You see that? I got him.
I got that spell. Watch.
Rainbow also conjures a cold orb and drops it, but sadly, the giant snowball flies harmlessly past the spark.
Bummer.
Through the mist and the smoke and the steam, Aggee is a whirling dervish, bludgeoning in the elemental. Meanwhile, Helios surveys the field.
Oh, this is so scary. There's fire over here, giant snowballs over there. Aggee is spinning around like crazy. I can't even get my head around it.
With the elemental, the only remaining baddie, Helios charges, screaming war challenge.
Ice ball on all three, please.
Got it!
Another Bedia giant snowball comes down like a meteor strike.
Yes, yes! Bloody brilliant.
Aggee and Helios partner up, going toe-to-toe against the spark, axe and bow stick in sync.
I crit.
You crit.
We all crit.
Yes, I crit the monsters. Mother of fate. We've stood up to fire and fear.
Finally, the Minotaur takes a monumental overhand swing, sinking the axe in the spark's chest.
Surely are the chosen ones.
The soul of the elemental superheats the axe. Nearby, Rainbow senses the elemental is almost beaten. She motions, frantically waving to the spellcaster.
Bedia! Ice Orbit's butt!
Bedia drops a final chromatic ice orb on the elemental, crushing its life. The elemental falls like a stone and explodes. Stone and shrapnel shredding our heroes. On Helios, defiant in the face of the explosion, stands over the spark, drawing its elemental soul into his axe.
Blessed mother of fate!
He yanks it violently free, and for a beat, fire is beautiful. In the distance, Bedia raises her hands triumphantly.
Woo! The crowd goes wild.
Aggie's down!
Again? Okay.
I tried to cast a spell, but it didn't work. I need to watch your hands and see how you deliver it.
You just do this.
Bedia demonstrates how to frame the fingers as she casts a healing spell that once more restores Aggee to health. Without thinking, muscle memory performs a kip up, getting Aggee ready for action. But there is no action to be had.
We won?
Hit fair. Let's go home.
Graver's Dig, a few days later. Ariadne's artisans trudge through the main gate into Graver's Dig, covered in ash and half burnt, just as Gary bellows out the 5 o'clock hour.
Uncanny how that spider always knows the time. Every hour on the hour.
He's a dumb nuisance. Always be lying like that.
I'm going to kill Gary.
Oh, that's mean. I like Gary.
Well, at least we always know when it's happy hour.
Evening, the Pyramid Bar. The ever-popular Ma'at Bar is doing a brisk business, the cavernous stone chamber filled with hard, partying revelers. Rainbow staggers road-weary through the main door, dragging the kindling trophy heads behind her, followed by Helios, Aggee, and Bedia. The Pyramid Alewife, a female Targonian, owner, operator, and master of all things ale, spots the decapitated gnarly rat heads.
Nuh-uh, not those. Not in here.
Hello, Brenda. It's nice to see you too. Might we have a room, please?
Out. Aggee, you know the rules. No hunting trophies in the bar.
Cut the kakokati. We're tired.
Yeah, the volcano was mucho madness.
He's not lying. You know how many times I died this week? 3, 4, 5. I lost count.
It's exhausting keeping him alive, you know.
I don't care.
Come on, Sarah, Terra, help us out with a room. What did you say your name was anyway?
I didn't.
I've been coming to this here bar since Britwana ran a setites out of town. Nobody know her name. Ain't that right, Clarice? Now give us room. Pretty please.
Your bar tab is frozen.
What? That can't be right.
Your Chanclan chums have been drinking heavily on your good gracious.
What the hell, Darlene? Who gave them permission to do that?
You did. Last time you were here, 500 thoughts. Now pay up or get out.
500? I don't have that. Come on, darling. You know I'm good for it.
That sparkle in your eye doesn't pay the bills.
Sometimes it does.
Get out!
Perhaps we could put on a performance as payment.
I think you'll find we're rather good.
A wounded melody torments the bar from a small stage in the corner. A couple of old country codgers beat out a discordant rhythm on a banjo and a hooch bottle. Rainbow plows the stage.
Excuse me. Thank you. It is our turn.
Helios follows with axe in hand.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
The men flee.
Attention, please. For one night only, we are thrilled to bring you Ariadne's artisans.
Musicians!
Are you actually intending to play?
Sorry, Melody.
We know you're going to love our performance, and when you do, please leave a tip in the hat.
Tips? Mucho tips?
Where's Ariadne?
Oh, shut your mouth. You look like a troglodyte.
Without further ado,
Ariadne's artisans jump full swing into the jam session. Rainbow on the theremin, backed by Helios on the recorder, Aggee on the mouth harp, and Bedia on the oud. The alewife watches from the back of the bar. Even covered in ash and their clothing scorched black, they aren't half bad. But they aren't half good either. The bar isn't throwing cabbage or insults, so she heads back to serving drinks. Later that evening, when the last of the adoring fans dwindle and the alewife had taken away the proceeds as payment, our heroes relax with a round of drinks. Rainbow tosses the 3 rat heads onto the table.
We should hand these things in.
They're getting ripe.
My advice to all of you is to make singing your second career choice. Bia, please.
Umba, did you come to join the hunt?
Oh, we could use a cleric.
Oh, no. I am sorry. No. Ariadne has a new job for you. A proposition, really.
What kind of job, Pro?
Come on, Umba. You just got back.
Having survived the test of the tinder box, Ariadne is going to send you on a proper quest.
The Pyramid Bar goes eerily silent. Patrons lean close, hoping to pick up news of the next big quest rush.
When questers talk, people listen.
But out. You are going on a journey.
What kind of journey?
Like a hero's journey?
I'm already on one of those.
I like to travel. Is it paid travel? Are you going to pay us?
If it involves my ship, I will be happy to ferry you, but otherwise, no. Is your friend all right?
Helios has a few phobias. Lava, fire, cold, and now apparently also water.
So you would not be interested?
I'm interested. Tell us more.
Ariadne wants you to see a mutual friend of ours. They will give you the details.
A mutual friend, eh? Gods are fond of mystery. I am not.
She is not far. Her name is Ninsunu.
Oh, Ninsunu? I love Ninsunu. She's a seer. She specializes in Anumian astrology.
She has prepared something special.
And what's that?
I cannot say.
Can't say or won't say?
My instructions are clear. I take the 4 of you to Ninsunu. After that, I am ambivalent.
I am in! Yes! Maybe we should talk about it first.
Me and my friends need to confer.
Confer away.
What do you think?
You know this Ninsunu, Aggee. What's her deal?
Her deal? She deals cards. Fate cards. Anumian astrology.
You think Ariadne wants us to draw fate cards?
Gods!
My dad drew a fate card once.
Oh, really? What happened?
He's dead.
Shit!
Don't look at me. I am just the overpriced messenger.
I have questions, but I'm willing to see what this seer is dealing.
We can trust Ninsunu.
We survived the tinderbox. How much worse could this be?
Worse.
For better or for worse.
Very late that night, the shopping district is dead, lights out. A pack of dingoes scavenge for scraps. Ariadne's artisans stroll past a series of tents, battened down for the night. A large mastiff tied up outside a circus tent growls, but can't be further bothered. 2 tents over, Omba leads them to a colorful Ardean Bedouin tent.
Ninsunu awaits.
It looks like this Ninsunu buys their clothes from the same place you do.
Every color goes with every other color, I always say.
Helios extends his axe, creating a crack in the tent flap, peering in uneasily.
Oh, this feels trapsy.
Badia and Rainbow look up at the Anumian, schemer.
Is that Schemer?
Looking at us? Oh, I think so! Hello!
The Anumian hovers directly over Graver's Dig and Ninsunu's tent.
Anyone have bad feeling?
It's just your imagination.
I don't like Anumian. They don't like me.
Suddenly, the constellation is gone, behind thick, shifting clouds.
You can't be afraid to reach for the star, Helios.
Aggee pulls back the tent flap and enters.
Is that Schemer?
Looking at us? Oh, I think so. Hello?
Anyone have bad feeling?
It's just your imagination.
Helios extends his axe, creating a crack in the tent flap, peering in uneasily.
I don't like Anumian. They don't like me.
You can't be afraid to reach for the stars, Helios.
Aggee pulls back the tent flap and enters Ninsunu's tent. Our heroes reluctantly follow. The tent interior is ripe with treasures and antiquities, fine furniture, tapestries, rich rugs, statues, and incense. An Akkadian lady, Ninsunu, in a striking blue gown, sits regally at a table with a stack of cards.
Ariadne sent us.
Marhaba, Aggee. The vicious rumors are true, I see. You are a graver.
Yup. These are my hunting companions.
Pedia, the rainbow undercloud, and of course, Helios of Iolcus, son of Leander.
You know me?
The Anumians bless me with unique insight. Hello, my name is Ninsunu.
A Sumerian goddess has a similar name, Ninsun.
Does she really?
The mother of Gilgamesh. Some call her the Lady of the Wild Cow.
We have a cow.
I am Bull. Though some have called me wild.
Would you like to be a wild bull now, Helios? Call upon the Anumians?
Drawing fate cards, scary proposition.
All your life, have you not gazed skyward in supplication upon the Anumians, pleading for help, seeking guidance, petition and intercession?
Of course, who hasn't?
Did they ever answer? I am a direct conduit to An. They will not ignore me.
Why should we do this?
What do you desire most in life?
I steal what I want.
What do all gravers want? Money, accolades, and notoriety.
My mother used to read me the tales of Nabu Pabu. Fate cards are a two-edged sword.
They killed my papa.
Ariadne sent us here. Remember, what we want is irrelevant. I'll go first.
Ninsunu fans the cards in front of Aggee. He chews on his lips, thinking. He draws and flips a card face up on the table. The card is Fate. Instead of laying motionless on the table, it flutters in the air, as if coaxing the other cards to come forth. In response, 4 more cards come flying out of the deck, coming to rest face down next to the deck. And then the Fate card vanishes.
What the Fate?
Fate is a 4-letter word in any dialect.
What does it mean?
The 4 of you have been ordained to proceed on a single great quest.
That doesn't seem too bad.
To Ife, the city of 401 gods.
Aggee!
Can we start over?
You are in the hands of fate now.
Ninsunu nods to Rainbow, and the tiny rogue approaches and flips her card to Fairy Goodmother, as the spirit of Fairy Goodmother manifests in Ninsunu's tent. Rainbow hears joyous laughter of children at play.
Oh, I like her!
very good mother tasks you with documenting this quest. She does, after all, love a rousing story.
Fictional fact.
As inspiration dictates, but make sure it's appropriately epic. We wouldn't want to disappoint an Anumian.
Next, Badia approaches and flips her card to Huntsman. As Huntsman manifests, Badia hears the thunder of a stampeding herd of wild beasts.
Your part of this quest is tracking down a beast, a great, terrible beast that has gone bad.
Gone bad like personality? Bad as in sick or rancid in the heat? Or he's mean now when he wasn't mean before? This is not a question and answer exchange, is it?
What does fate have in store for you, Helios, son of Leandor?
No.
What's wrong, Helios?
Anumians and my family have long history. Long, bad history. No.
Whatever the quest may be, we are here to help you, Helios.
We're Ariadne's artisans. We work for a goddess. What could possibly go wrong?
Stop scratching your priority oysters and reveal the damn card.
All right! But I do this strictly under protest!
Helios approaches and flips his card to Artisan. As Artisan manifests, Helios hears the loud rap of hammer on anvil and the roar of a kiln.
Artisan, this is intriguing. The very same card your father drew all those years ago.
My father? Artisan, kill my father!
Let this be a stark warning to all of you. An Anumian quest once given must be completed or face dire consequences. Anumians employ a wicked sense of justice.
Shit!
Now you tell us.
Right?
I did tell you! All of you! Especially you!
Helios, you must finish what your father couldn't. Your axe. The forging process is unfinished. And only this weapon, once forged properly, can strike the killing blow.
My axe works just fine. What do you mean unfinished?
It does chop stuff rather well.
There's always room for improvements.
Maybe it just needs a final paint job. Maybe some wicked flames.
I hate flames!
Happy clowns, then.
Enough cow talk. It's my turn.
Aggee approaches and draws Giant. The ground begins to tremble like the sound of a giant approaching.
In the city of Ife, you will find a giant guardian. It is your task to take it down.
Well, if it was easy, I would be disappointed.
It will not be easy. Good luck.
Suddenly, there's a brilliant white flash, and our heroes instantly find themselves standing outside the tent entrance with Umba. Ninsunu's tent is still lit from her welcoming braziers, but Ninsunu is nowhere to be found.
Well, that was rather rude.
I've been told not a boss before, but gods?
I guess that means we are off to Ife, correct?
Oh, you heard? Oh, is it far?
Forget far. Is it dangerous?
Any city with that kind of concentration of gods is probably dangerous.
I thought Set was the only god.
The only legal religion, Helios. There are many gods.
Graver's Dig has two right now, Ariadne and Brithwina.
Fixed is a Chan god.
I want to be a god.
It is the age of gods.
Ife is a city of 401 dead gods. Or at least that is what the legend says.
Dead? Like cemetery?
instead like lost or swallowed up by the jungle and the mists of time. Well, it would not be much of a quest if it was easily found, now would it?
Early the next morning, the docks of Graver's Dig are a perpetual buzz of hyperkinetic energy as ships come and go, passengers and cargo unload and offload, as the case may be. Our heroes approach a gangplank. At the top stands an irritated Umba.
Hurry up, you are late.
Oh, we had to get Helios drunk first.
Our four heroes guide inebriated Helios up the gangplank onto the ship.
Is this a ship?
No, it's a wagon.
It's a luxury land yacht, Helios.
With masts and sails?
What is wrong with him?
Water in ships make him nervous. It's best we keep him oiled.
Aggee offers Helios a flask.
Drink.
Blurry-eyed, Helios squints first at Umba and then at Cookie, the ship's cook carrying a keg and every bit a pirate.
This is a ship! A pirate ship!
Everyone, everywhere, shipside, dockside, stops to look.
What are you up to?
Blimey, Captain.
Shut him up right now!
Snaggle, a crusty, one-eyed, much worse for the wear Gekon, lands on the railings near Helios. It hisses and growls.
Fire! Dragon!
Cook that cow or toss him!
Rainbow casts a minor illusion on Helios that has an immediately soothing effect on the agitated warrior.
See, it's just a simple wagon.
A bozo wagon. Captain Bozo!
Put him out of the way. Snaggle, if he moves, eat him.
Fire!
The Boyonogo River is the largest river in northern Samaria, a busy shipping lane from the port city of Sheol, and by extension, Graver's Dig, to the vast riches hidden deep in the continent's chaotic wilds. Later that day, early into the evening, Umba's pirate ship, with her merry band of Gravers, Ariadne's artisans, sail quietly down the wide, serene river, the quiet before the storm. Helios, still quite drunk, sits back against the railing, nursing a flask, playing his recorder, and singing. Snaggle is using Helios's hoof as a chew toy.
So now you know my name. I guess you realize. Don't try to fight it, babe. I've got you hypnotized. And sometime late tonight, you'll hear the Gekon call. Gotta be old Snaggletooth. Gonna grab you by the balls.
Umba stands watch over her command as the sun dips low on the horizon. Aggee, Badia, and Rainbow, stretching their legs on an early evening stroll, join Umba.
This was an uneventful first day.
The way I prefer it.
Badia points skyward as the Anumian summer blossoms.
First week of summer. The suffocating heat isn't ideal for jungle exploration.
I love summer sun acrobatics high season with the buzz of the bees.
A loud, startled cry breaks into the peaceful moment.
Flying devil shark!
Everyone's eyes are drawn to the sight of a giant winged devil shark who has Helios in its serrated maw. Snaggle flies around the mad, thrashing shark, taunting it. Helios, despite being literally in the jaws of death, laughs hysterically.
I'm not afraid of shark!
Badia leaps into action, casts Shocking Grasp on the shark. Shocked by the shock, The apex predator spits out the steak that is Helios and sends him sprawling across the deck. Our Minotaur friend spins to a stop, back to the railing.
Ouch!
He hears a giggle and looks up into the one good eye of Snaggle, perched on the railing above him.
Real comfort food.
He downs the rest of the flask and passes out, drunk. Meanwhile, the flying devil shark circles, searching for a new victim. Rainbow sends her chakram spinning into the shark's jaw. Teeth explode, raining down on the deck like chiclets.
Chakram chakra!
Aggee marvels at the magnificent flying beast.
Do you think this is a giant guardian I am supposed to defeat?
Oh, for sure. Anything that attacks my ship, consider it your destiny to kill it.
Aggee leaps, thrilling slow-mo monk action.
Shark devil death!
He descends, pummeling the shark with 2 quick bow strikes. Chans are fast, but devil sharks are apparently faster. The shark pounces, driving Aggee back onto the deck.
Aggee!
Aggee is in a blender of turmoil as the shark attempts to swallow him whole.
Punch him in the nose!
Appreciating the advice, Aggee plays whack-a-mole on the shark's round nose. Once, twice, 3 times. The shark recoils, spitting a wet Aggee loogie. He lands with a thud, sliding next to Helios.
Wake up!
Snaggle lands and giggles. The Gekon grabs Helios' axe and flees.
What the? You little snaggle bastard! Where do you think you are going?
Aggee Chan jumps fast and just barely grabs the end of the axe before Snaggle flies beyond the ship's railing. For a few hectic beats, Aggee and Snaggle play tug of war. And with one last Herculean tug, Aggee rips the axe back.
Not yours!
In turn, Snaggle flies down to the deck and takes Aggee's discarded bow stick and flies off before Aggee can stop him.
What the hell?
Aggee quickly slides the axe across the deck to Helios' side and jumps over the ship's railing into the night. Badia revs up a new round of spells. A silent flash of light streaks toward the shark, the ship momentarily bright as day. The flying devil shark, smoking and glowing hot, strikes at Badia, who jumps for cover and slides to safety next to Helios.
Damn it, wake up! Oh!
Omba appears unconcerned with the situation.
Are you planning a parade?
Our rainbow rogue rains down the numerous boomerang chakram strikes on the shark, the last severing its dorsal fin. The shark goes into a graveyard spiral.
Incoming! Oh my giddy goddess Ariadne!
Rainbow spots Helios in his stupor. She casts Mage Hand and punches Helios with a spectral blue hand.
Helios, wake up!
Helios abruptly jolts awake, retrieves his axe, and jumps to his hooves. Before him, spiraling out of control, is a giant, glowing, winged shark, and...
I'm on a ship?
He meets the shark unafraid, because the sharks, even flying devil sharks, are perhaps the one thing this Minotaur isn't afraid of.
I don't know what kind of dream.
Sideswipes the mouth, clearing the lower section of teeth.
I won't get to.
Severs a wing.
It's horrible.
Removes the rear caudal fin. Its primary fin's gone, and missing a wing, the devil shark crashes hard. Real damn hard. Our heroes jump for cover as deck planking, railing, cordage, and sail explode, mummifying the shark in a cocoon of tragedy.
Who said my axe don't work?
Omba angrily gazes at the carnage.
Son of a biscuit! What have you done to my ship?
Sometime later, the ship is a flurry of activity as the crew struggle to fix the damage. Omba and Cookie talk in hushed whispers as Badia and Rainbow approach.
We are going to need a lot of gruel.
What did you have in mind?
Onion and healing milk.
We're out of milk. I told you we need to make a man run.
I have a private stash. I will bring it down presently.
Hey, Captain.
Oh, do you mind if I accompany you?
Rainbow proudly carries the shark's dorsal, barely able to see over it.
These shark fins are delicious, and I make a mean shark fin soup.
Must shark be mean to make mean shark soup?
Oh, it helps.
Cookie nods and Rainbow follows him below deck. Badia follows the captain.
Captain Oma, have you seen Aggee?
Oh, yes, he followed that damn fool Gekon of mine into the jungle.
What?
Don't worry, he eventually comes back.
Are we talking Snaggle or Aggee?
Nearby, Helios is busy, joyfully chopping and stacking shark meat.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night. I work all day.
He hacks off a giant slab of meat and tosses it blindly over his shoulder. The bloody hunk sideswipes the sailor in the face, sending him over the railing. The ship's dark galley is a clutter of mishmashed pots and pans and remains of past meals. The claustrophobic cabin smells of shit that should never be in a galley, or in a home, or inside the border of any civilized nation for that matter. Cookie enters, followed by Rainbow.
That's an interesting aroma. Wherever did you get the recipe?
Gruel is best kept family secret.
You should consider a maid.
No, it's bad for gruel. Brew soup over there. I, Cookie, gruel here.
Do you want to be my sous chef? I will teach you my family recipe of shark fin soup.
No, I cook gruel.
Cookie drinks deeply from a moonshine flask.
Are you looking to share?
You could probably share drink. It's very strong.
Cooking best done drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it?
This barbarian bootleg liquor.
Oh. Oh. Freaky weird.
Uh-oh.
Badia follows Umba toward the galley.
I'm not comfortable blindly sailing into Ifa, if you know what I mean.
I am not very happy with it either, if you know what I mean.
Cookie stirs a huge 10-gallon pot of gruel on a potbelly stove. Nearby, Rainbow is out cold, face planted on the counter. A thump and a bump and a growl catches Cookie's attention.
Okay. Calm down, it's almost ready.
Cookie opens a garbage chute. Inside is a bulbous, grotesque eyeball and a sea of smaller eyeballs. A sphincter mouth orifice thing with teeth groans.
You want a rainbow snack?
Holy rainbow of colors! I need some more of that magic.
No. Weak constitution. Very bad.
Oh, come on. You must tell me the secret.
Maybe later. Right now, I focus on gruel.
You must have some idea.
The door squeaks. Captain Umba and Badia enter. Badia immediately clamps her mouth and nose.
Oh, see! Tell me that is not your soup, because I'm not eating that shit if it is.
God won't give it away. Pigs won't eat it.
You guys want some soup?
Rainbow is on spiritual odyssey in my boot.
Umba hands Cookie a white, liquid, clear bottle. He takes it and immediately pours it into the pot that produces a hiss.
We need more information about this guardian.
I can only speculate.
Are you talking about Gary? Because I love Gary.
Gary is a tunnel terror who is downright adorable compared to the guardian of Ife.
Then you do know. What is it? What could possibly protect the graveyard of 401 dead gods?
A shadow of fear haunts Badia.
Did this thing kill the gods? Is it some kind of apocalyptic god slayer?
It is a Drasseldar, okay? Emperor Kodava put it there to protect the city.
Guard against you going in or the dead gods coming out? It's a good question.
Oh, is that all? Just one of Emperor Kodava's super elite giants. I recall they killed half the elder dragons and smashed the world's armies.
Before second breakfast.
Are you going to fight a Drasseldar? We're going to need more gruel.
I just have to track it, right? The seer did not say anything about me fighting it.
It's Aggee who has to defeat it. I just have to document the feat.
The one who dies with the most toys still dies.
I thought all the Drasseldar returned to Saratov after the Emperor died.
People all over Goldea noticed Drasseldar abandoning their post.
Is it there or not?
It is still there.
Helios enters the galley, carrying shark meat.
I will strike fatal blow with my axe. So she said.
Was there not a small bit about you painting wicked flames on your axe first?
I hate flame.
Happy clowns, then.
Happy.
The Samarian jungle gets quite dark at night.
Fight it yourself, you bastard.
Aggee stumbles loudly through the jungle underbrush, strikes his head on a low-hanging branch.
Ow! You pesky little...
He scans the darkness.
See? Now you got me lost.
Ahead, he can just see Snaggle perched on a limb, his nocturnal golden eye brilliant.
Let's go back.
Aggee takes a couple steps closer. The Gekon still has his bow stick in its clutches. He must be up to something.
Stay right there.
A couple more steps. A couple more. Aggee reaches for the weapon and Snaggle jumps just out of reach to another limb.
Come on.
Another step and Aggee falls into a ravine. On his ass. Cracks a skull.
Go!
Ass over tea kettle.
What the?
Shoulder roll. Bounces. Twirls. Face plants in mud. Rolls over slowly onto his back.
Ow! It hurts.
He looks up, seeing stars and real stars through the jungle canopy. A face above him slowly pushes into his field of view.
Oh, shut up.
Aggee sits up. There's a clearing, illuminated bright by a moon above. A few paces distant, Snaggle drops Aggee's bow stick.
You think you were funny, right?
Aggee rises.
You're a menace.
He walks over, stops.
What are you chewing on?
It looks like Snaggle is chewing on a snake, a large spiked snake. Suddenly, a tree moves. The ginormous head of a Tyrannosaurus looks down at Aggee. Late that night, Omba and Cookie enjoy a nightcap.
Ife is better deal.
No shit. What would you have me do, Cookie?
Cookie opens the garbage chute and pours in the 10-gallon pot of gruel.
Kill them. And then we run for Marl. Even that goddess won't go there.
Remember that famous adventure tale when the Graver bloke comes sprinting out of the jungle screaming for help? Jock, start the ornithopter! Get it up! Start the ornithopter! Jock! Our Graver hero runs over a rise, and behind him a mess of trouble follows.
In front of Aggee flies Snaggle.
That's right. That's me. I caused this mess of trouble. Splendid, wouldn't you say? Diabolically splendid.
Meanwhile, on the deck of the rolling Targonian, our heroes relax lazily in the warm morning sun, apparently unaware of the looming mess of trouble. Badia leans casually on the ship's rail, watching colorful peafowl play in the shallows.
Where do you suppose Aggee ran off to?
Omba, the captain of the rolling Targonian, stands with her arms crossed, lord of her domain.
Jumped off, you mean? He loves doing this disappearing act crap. No accountability with the Chan. We're going to leave him this time. Yes, we are. We're going to leave his ass right here in the jungle.
Rainbow comes up from below with the ship's cook, Cookie.
We should send out a search party.
Helios, the tank and backbone of this operation, relaxes in a wood Adirondack chair, the warm sun bathing his face.
Something tells me he'll be along shortly.
A slimy, wet tentacle snakes its way out from under the railing and slowly corkscrews around the half-minotaur's leg. Sensing danger, Helios looks and jerks rigid, frozen in fear. Cookie comes near, spotting the tentacle. He smiles knowingly.
Oh, but it's just my pet chaos crawler, Fluffy.
I hate snake, Cookie. I hate snake!
Come on, show a little backbone, will you?
Suddenly, a distant wee voice echoes.
Sit still! Sit still! Did you hear something?
Everyone perks up, gazing randomly in all directions.
Dinosaur!
A mighty roar splits the calm, bringing Helios to his hooves. He points.
There he is.
And behind him, the lizard tyrant king, better known as Tyrannosaurus Rex.
If only our heroes understood dinosaur ethos. Soon. Yes, very soon. They will understand.
Helios may have a phobia for every occasion, but not when it comes to saving his friends. Helios bull rushes the T-Rex with a berserker fury. He transforms Aggee's name into a power word battle challenge.
Aggee!
His axe comes down and severs the T-Rex's arm clean off. Aggee is inside the lizard's mouth. Yes, inside the mouth. The jaws of death clamp down, but only Aggee's bow stick, lodged between tooth and gum, saves him from being ground into a snack. An acid chromatic orb splashes off the monster's head, melting its face and boiling an eye. Somewhere, Rainbow and Badia are heaving spells at the beast.
Aggee! What are you doing in there?
Distracting it! Duh!
Helios brings down his axe, removing a dino toe. Helios was used for frontal assaults against heavy infantry, and Rainbow for flanking maneuvers. The little rogue joins the fray, pirouettes a tail swipe, and attacks from the rear, hamstringing the beast. Finally, Aggee extracts himself. He performs a stylish, acrobatic superhero landing, then immediately counterattacks, bow stick to the chin, then delivers a whack to the knee and a thrust to the chest.
I'm slicing it, and you're like sitting here massaging.
The T-Rex strikes, gobbling up Aggee again. Back on the ship, Badia, Umba, and Cookie survey the battle.
Aggee is going to die.
Ooh, not on my watch.
She casts Healing Word on Aggee, saving, yes, definitely saving, Aggee's life.
Should we assist them?
Snaggle lands on a nearby railing, giggling, his mouth wide with a Cheshire, mischievous grin.
Where have you been?
Fodder.
You did this?
Figures.
Mouth damage.
More? Oh, gods. You are overdoing it a bit, don't you think? Lord the Scorpion!
Maybe it's best if we let them succumb to inevitability.
Ombat jerks a nod toward Badia, puts her finger to her lips, irritation creasing her brow. Badia, preoccupied with spell combat, pays no mind.
Fodder.
You're going to get us killed one of these days.
Back in the thick of things, the T-Rex dies, collapsing with a crunching thud.
Lizard a la king.
Get out of there!
Helios and Rainbow look. First to Badia, waving madly.
Another one is coming!
And then at a second T-Rex charging out of the jungle.
Cut me some slack already!
Quick, grab his leg!
Together, they extricate a messy, chewed-up piece of meat from the dead dinosaur. It's Aggee, alive but delirious from lack of blood. They yank him to his feet.
I had a toy T-Rex once.
Seems you were the chew toy.
Can we talk about toys later?
The chase is on, everyone for themselves, sprinting back to the ship. A short-lived chase, it would seem. The new and improved T-Rex with twice the jaw action cuts off their escape. Aggee, the fastest of the three, running at augmented Chan speed, plows headlong into the mouth of madness. What is this, like the third time?
Stop getting eaten!
Badia reaches out with yet another healing word, pulling Aggee back from the brink of death. With her other hand, she casts Firebolt.
Get on the ship! We got to go!
In the heat of action, Helios runs in, hacking madly.
Aggee, choke it with your body! I know it's tiny and wiry, but try! Like chicken bone!
He lands his axe with a hand-jarring chop to the knee. The Rex spits pain, sending Aggee sailing. The Chan lands on uneasy legs, wavers, the world spinning.
While I feel out of sort, my morale has never been higher.
Then Aggee collapses.
Imagine how good your scars are going to look.
Helios scoops up his buddy and flees the scene, tossing Aggee over his shoulder in one fluid motion.
We're coming!
1, 2, 3 steps later, the T-Rex strikes from behind, devouring Helios and Aggee, both now in the T-Rex vortex of fun. On Rainbow, coming up from the rear, figuratively and physically, the colorful rogue performs a sneak attack, striking the dinosaur in its gonad's tender place, swift and true, tearing a savage gash.
And that is how you de-sex a T-Rex.
Inside the T-Rex mouth, same painful moment, the dinosaur inhales sharply, sucking Helios and Aggee down, lodging the two heroes in the back of its throat. It gags.
It's spitting off more than it can chew.
It's gagging on my butt!
Aggee thrusts up with his bow stick, sending the business end up through the roof of the mouth and out its right eye.
To the devil with you!
A column of incendiary fire from heaven superheats the Rex. Badia staggers under the weight of the arcane exertion.
What is that idiot doing now?
Aggee has managed to climb onto the dinosaur's neck and is now riding it, buckaroo bonsai style. You know what I mean. Aggee grabs the jaw and yanks it hard over, acting like a horse bit. The T-Rex follows the motion and plows into a tree, sending a snag of a broken limb into the beast's one remaining good eye, killing it instantly.
You okay, Helios?
The Tyrannosaurus Rex twitches, taking a few beats to realize it's dead. It sags, hanging, impaled on a tree. Helios slides out of the bloody maw like a newborn child and plops to the ground. The half-minotaur staggers to its hooves.
Ooh, that was epic. You see that shit? That was paramount.
Later, on the shore of the Boyonogo River, Badia leans over the railing, watching her friend's slow return to the ship.
What is it with these boys' infatuation with climbing into dinosaurs' mouths?
It must be an super-ego development disorder caused by mommy issues.
2 out of 2 dinosaurs like the taste of Aggee.
And the leading cause of tooth decay. Everyone back on the ship.
Rainbow scampers lithely up the ship hull to where Badia rests.
I am famished. You want some of my shark fin soup?
You know what? Yes, I do.
On the shoreline, Helios motions to his friend, who looks like a Nabu Pabu tragedy.
Aggee, buddy, come here.
Why?
You, got a tooth in your back.
That carnivore had a savage side.
Hurry up, you two. Find Cookie. He'll mend your wounds.
Aggee Chan jumps, sailing high overhead onto the ship's main deck, leaving Helios staring up anxiously.
Is this a ship?
Live in denial, Mr. Minotaur. But there is no denying the fact that I command a mean ship.
I'd rather walk. There must be a footpath.
Hurry, Helios. We're heading below for soup.
Just then, the jungle quakes with a titanic, reverberating roar, and then another answers in return. 2 more Tyrannosauruses appear, heads over the trees. It is the age of gods, after all, and this husband and wife team appear to be the gods of the lizard pantheon, standing an eye-popping 500 feet.
Could that be the parents? Oh.
We killed their babies.
Mommy? Wait! I'm getting on ship!
On board, moments later, Omba directs her crew, a firecracker of activity.
Action stations! Put the moorings, raise the sails, double time!
Helios and Aggee marvel at the approaching doom.
Do you think we can take them?
Don't even think about it. That is a mouth you cannot escape.
The captain stomps her foot hard on the deck.
Cookie, pay attention! We are going to need more juice.
Extra juice? You mean essence? No, I do not recommend.
Extra juice now, or we are going to die.
All right. You do not want to see this.
Rainbow and Badia follow Cookie briskly into the galley.
Oh, I do want to see this.
The cook knocks on a trapdoor on the wall.
Wake up, Fluffy. A clean galley is key for safety, order, cleanliness, and keeping everything in its place.
What are you looking for?
He finds it. He lifts a jar labeled Divine Danger, Primal Essence. Through the deck, we can hear Umba shouting like a tyrant.
Pour on the juice now!
Stand back.
Cookie opens the trapdoor, revealing the Cthulhian bilge monster's viscous, bulbous eye. A flurry of tentacles shoot forth, wrapping Cookie's head.
Expedience, please, Mr. Cookie!
Cookie gently strokes a tentacle.
Form psychic bridge.
The tentacle's suckers embrace his face tight, performing a psychic mind melt. Cookie's eyes roll and close.
That's not creepy.
Oh, I think I just threw up a little in my mouth.
Beyond the galley, distant roars grow closer.
Is he dead? Or...
Cookie's eyes shoot open, and he, to action. Using a laboratory glass eyedropper, he delicately siphons a tiny drop of golden primal essence.
Extra juice for our pal here.
What is that going to do?
Cookie administers the golden drop into Fluffy's eye. Bang! The bilge creature retracts. The trapdoor slams.
Hang on, it's going to get bumpy!
The galley lurches, sending contents sailing.
Gods! What did you do?
Mortals propose, but gods dispose.
The water around the ship's hull roils violently. Bubbles and white foam turn brilliant green. Colossal Cthulhian tentacles stretch forth from portholes in the lower hull, hidden beneath the waterline. The tentacles, leg-like, lift the massive ship from the shallows, carrying it into deeper river water. On the command deck, Aggee and Helios stand by as the crew frantically does their duty.
Ugh, I hate monster shit!
Fate is not a thing we should wait for. It is a thing that should be seized. You know what I mean, Helios? We shouldn't live in fear.
Only a fool pulls a card from a fate deck.
It was your employer, Ariadne, who put us up to this foolishness!
Some call it foolish. I call it a way of life.
A tentacle swats an approaching T-Rex, momentarily pausing its advancement. Just enough time for the creature in the bilge to use its squid jet propulsion to carry the ship safely upriver. Back in the galley, Cookie, Badia, and Rainbow bounce around the compartment like beans inside a rattle.
Now, I'm going to be sick.
Your little guts here. Halfling puke delicacy, no?
Rainbow waves Cookie off while straining to hold her stomach in check.
It is okay. Fluffy has fondness for puke.
Who is this Fluffy you keep speaking of?
My pet. His real name is impossible to pronounce. Imagine sound. Sound of a ship with crew all getting skitters from poisoning of bad gruel. That sound. You have fertile imagination. You want to speak with Fluffy?
It talks?
In here, if you want.
Cookie opens the trap door and pulls out a tentacle.
Put sucker on forehead.
No, that's okay. I don't want to be a distraction.
He's very sweet, this Fluffy.
Later, if Fluffy survives a primal surge, he'll be in better mood. He's such a prankster. He likes to play games, likes to steal shoes from the crew.
Pets are like that.
Be careful, though. Sometimes Fluffy gets aggressive. Doesn't know his own strength. Best not to touch or look or be near Fluffy without me, huh? For safety reasons.
No, I will never visit Fluffy. I promise. I will never do that.
Fluffy's enormous tentacles propel the ship upriver at tremendous supernatural speed.
I think they're gaining on us.
True enough, the godlike dinosaurs block out the morning sun, casting a shadow over the deck as they close. When the Papa T-Rex attempts to chomp the ass end of the ship, a tentacle slashes out at its feet, chopping them out from beneath the huge beast. Kaboom! The dinosaur pair wipe out in spectacular fashion, tearing up trees and causing a tidal wave.
Good googly. Did you see that, Helios?
Helios, busy praying to his axe, missed it.
What did I miss?
As the Norse like to say, the more exceptionally large the giant, the bigger the failure is when they fall.
The rolling Targonian speed has slowed to normal. The dinosaur terror lost far downstream. On the command deck, Helios and Aggee stare off into the distance, pondering what dangers lurk ahead.
What are we doing out here, Aggee? A flying devil shark tried to eat me. A T-Rex tried to eat you. What's going to try to eat us next?
Snaggle lands on the aft rail and drops a dead, bloody snake on the deck.
Fatter?
Honor yourself, you little reprobates.
He wants to apologize.
He tried to kill me.
Don't take it personally. He tries to kill everybody, don't you?
Isn't that supposed to make me feel better?
You'd better get back to your cabin and stay there until I say otherwise.
The Gekon hangs his head, dejected, and then flies off. Umba leads Aggee and Helios into the galley to find the gals drinking happily while Cookie prepares gruel.
How is Fluffy?
Sleeping like baby. Maybe dead.
I wonder what Fluffy soup tastes like.
No eating Fluffy. I tried that once. He got very angry.
Listen, people, we need to organize, make a game plan. If we are serious about completing these quests.
Graver's prophecy quest, eh? What kind?
They pulled Anumian cards from a fate deck. That kind.
A fool and his life are soon parted.
The huntsman wants me to track down the beast that has gone bad, and I am tasked with fixing the problem.
We think the beast they are after is the Drasseldar of Ife.
Your prophecy, Rainbow Drunkard?
The spirited halfling is indeed enjoying a beverage and is quite drunk.
It's nothing. I must write and publish book of epic journey.
You including Cookie in this book?
Absolutely. You are one of the main characters.
Maybe I could have 2 real legs instead of a peg.
I gotta bring some truth to the story, Cookie. And I don't want to put forward that your peg leg isn't good enough. When you're the breakout star, people are going to want to have a peg themselves. They will chop off their own leg to be just like you, Cookie.
We should be writing these details down.
Oh, I have.
She points out etchings around the galley, on the floor, overhead beams, bench, and on Cookie's leg.
What do you write on me?
It says, Cookie, Cookie, he makes cookies.
That's a fallacious ad hominem. I don't make cookies. I make gruel.
Oh, that doesn't rhyme.
To be fair, you just did rhyme cookie with cookie. That's just the same word.
Oh, it's a homophone.
He has a point.
If you don't like Rainbow Prose, I be her editor and cut it off.
Oh, he does like to cut things.
Thank you, but I keep peg for now. What about you, Dinosaur Bait? What's your prophecy in all of this?
I drew a giant card, the largest of the Anumians.
World serpent bigger.
Anyways, he demands that I take down a guardian. Sounds a bit violent at first, but I think takedown has a bigger meaning to it.
And what about you, Half-Man? What about your quest? Your purpose?
Oh, my family X.
Rainbow points to etchings on a beam overhead that says,
Helios, artisan, finish forging axe.
Excuse me? He was talking to me, okay? It's magic, I think, and my fellow group mates.
What he means to say, his axe is incomplete. It is a precious family heirloom. It deserves to be finished right, and we aim to do that.
Magic eggs, eh? May I see it?
Helios retreats, shaking his horns no.
It is okay, Helios. Cookie is more than a cook.
Just give him the axe. Gods, Helios, you need to start trusting people.
Cookie studies the axe, blade, neck, and then the handle.
Mycenaean. Assuredly.
He smacks it hard with a ringing rap on the table.
There are etchings on this handle.
Not etchings, scratches from heavy use. Very strong.
Oquier, Minotaur. No combat action could possibly damage the arcane rune protecting this weapon.
Maybe retributive strike?
You need to stop reading them books.
I mean, it could.
Badia takes the axe and inspects it.
Cookie's right. This is an enchanted axe. Helios, why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know. Nobody told me.
Maybe it's cursed. And that's why you're afraid of your own shadow.
I am not afraid of shadow, except when it follows me.
It looks like the enchantment is incomplete. There are missing runes. Whoever made this didn't finish the job.
Can you finish it, Bedia?
Can you?
Thank you for the vote of confidence. But no, this is way beyond my understanding or capabilities.
It's divine magic, stuff of the gods.
You're going to need an extremely powerful weaponsmith artificer to finish the enchantment.
Like a god?
Sure, like a god. Know any?
I do. Ariadne.
Ariadne is a Chan demigoddess. She's no weaponsmith. Besides, if she could have fixed it, she would have fixed it already.
Brixwinner?
You can't just go around crossing pantheons, intermixing religions. This axe is Mycenaean, Brixwinner is Celtic. They're like fire and water.
I hate fire and water.
No shit, really?
You could try a prothesis death ritual. Admittedly, it's not a lot of fun, but a possibility.
You mean like a funeral ceremony?
Doesn't someone have to die first?
You've heard of a sacrificial cow?
We have to sacrifice a cow?
In a manner of speaking.
Always with the cow. Anytime we mention cow, you think it's talking about you. There are millions of cows.
Aggee, jumping to conclusion, leaps in like the Chan he is.
Since I am their leader, if there's any sacrificing to be done, it's to me.
No, not again!
Again?
See, he wants to die.
Sacrificial cow, not sacrificial Chan, dumbass. It's your friend's quest. It's your friend's family heirloom. He's the one who has to complete the ritual.
Okay, calm down. I'm just saying.
You need to start jumping into the jaws of death, Aggee.
I can brew the potion that puts you in divine prothesis. It'll take your body to the precipice of life and death while your soul travels into the afterlife.
Afterlife. After life, I'll be dead.
No, you won't. You'll be protected on the precipice between life and death by the potion.
You seem to know an awful lot about death rituals. Does anyone else find this worrying?
I was medicine shaman in old country. I shepherded both body and spirit. Almost 150 people. Mostly old and senile. Sometimes young, very sad.
The old country?
Nagov. I am from small village in central Wallachia. My father was gravedigger. My mother a moriologist. That's a professional mourner. The whole family was in death trade.
I hate death!
Oh my gosh. Don't tell me you're afraid of death too.
You won't die. I have special ingredient. Extra juice.
Everyone ponders the thought of the death ritual for a few quiet minutes and what it could mean for their friend.
And this will work?
Maybe rain or maybe snow. Maybe yes or maybe no.
So Helios drinks the potion and...
He quaffs the potion. If I make it right, more or less, him and his ex go and more or less to his god.
More or less?
He crosses over the river Divine, and I don't rightly know after that. Depends upon state of his soul and the relationship with his god. If he, she, they, or them find him tolerable, perchance Helios convinces them to finish X. See?
I see. All but the tolerable part.
Yeehaw! This is exciting and good fun, ain't it?
Aye. Right.
It does seem like we are heading in the right direction.
Sure. And after Helios travels to the afterlife, convinces the god to reforge his axe, all we have to do is kill a Dresseldar. Easy.
Helios, shivering, teeth clenched, pulls his cloak close for warmth, but there is no warmth to be found here, in this place.
Oh, if only I had a fire. No, I hate fire.
He trudges slowly, leaning into the murky, cold wind, his trusty axe slung over shoulder. The millennia-old stone path takes him around a boulder onto a jetty on the edge of an impossibly wide black river. Moored to the rickety wooden structure is an equally rickety wooden skiff, just big enough for two people. A desiccated Father Time figure stands in the bow, long tattered white robes and even longer silver beard, holding a long push-pole. From the end of that pole hangs a lantern.
Fancy a lift, friend?
No, I hate water.
Takey favors you then. It isn't water.
The man holds out a gnarled old hand to assist, and Helios accepts, getting into the stern.
I am Charon.
Helios is stricken to recognize the name from childhood tales. Charon, the ferryman of Hades and the river Styx, a sole guide to the place of the dead.
Hades? I am not dead.
You are dead.
I am not dead.
So say they all.
A dead white hand from the river plucks at Helios's cloak, another at his arm, yet another his leg. He flinches, staggers, and almost topples, eyes terror-struck.
Don't rock the boat.
I hate boats!
The skiff moves soundless through a dark void, the only light, the lantern lit from within an ill-natural glow. The river, a roiling mass of discombobulated, haunted souls.
I hate death!
Back in the land of the living, the rolling Targonian is a ghost ship, completely deserted, no sign of captain, cook, or crew, except on the command deck, where Aggee, Badia, and Rainbow huddle over a body, Helios. On his back, on top of crates, salt and burning candles arrayed in a circle around him. Badia kneels reverently beside the half-minotaur, busy chanting a spell enchantment on an endless loop.
Is he dead, do you think?
She checks for a pulse while Aggee listens for breath.
He's breathing.
A banshee howling ill wind suddenly assaults the ship, screeching like a metal band of demons.
No wonder Omba and the crew fled.
Maintain the salt. I'll protect the candle flames.
Back on the river Styx, the ferryman propels the skiff with powerful strokes. Haunted, iridescent souls, a mixture of species, humans, giants, Atars, Tritons, claw manically at Helios, attracted to the purity of life, like bugs to a flame.
What is that? What is that?
Damn those needy souls.
The needy souls claw at the boat, trying to clamber aboard, eager to get to Helios, to the warmth of his life essence. Helios quickly wraps the hands like a mother would a troublesome child trying to steal cookies.
No! Are we there yet?
Depends. What is your destination?
On cue, as if someone had read Helios's mind, the tapestry of darkness pulls back like a theatrical curtain to reveal the greener pastures. The Soul River gives way to grassy hinterlands, spotted with colorful wild flowers, capped with endless blue skies. Helios reflexively leaps to the grassy shore, eager to be free of the boat.
Do I owe you a fee?
I'll collect on your next voyage.
The ferryman pushes off from shore in search of his next fare.
But what am I doing here?
The boat begins to fade like a distant dream come morning.
Sometimes you need to travel the river less paddled to get your soul right.
Sometime later, Helios stands alone in a field of tall grass and wild flowers. The scene shifts like a mirage, slightly out of focus. In the distance, echoes carry the sound of rampaging hooves and heavy chuffing. Helios strains, blinking, trying to bring clear his vision. A minotaur charges over the rise, a full head of steam. It, too, like the surrounding field, is fuzzy and out of focus.
Pa? Is that you?
Closer now, the minotaur snaps into sharp focus.
You're not Pa, you're me!
It's Helios, all right. A divine avatar, a perfect replica of our Minotaurus friend in every way, except this faux version is the metaphysical concept of fear, dressed in Helios's armor. The construct is meaner and more bestial, and in no way afraid. It raises its axe in challenge.
Face your fears! Help! Somebody!
Aggee, Adia, and Rainbow magically appear, answering his distress call. They are not, however, his mortal friends, but instead stylized, supersized figments of his imagination. The M&M crew, Mycenaean muses. The three muses take in the situation.
What's the situation this time?
A bull fights her. A tragedy in 3 acts.
You're so damn predictable. Can we try a different story structure for once, please?
You'd prefer what?
Oh, dance fight!
If I knew we were attending a dance, I would have worn my heels. Keep the beastie at bay. I need to consult my spell book, see what's on the menu.
I've got you, Flink. Flink stick.
He-Chan leaps into combat, intercepting the charging beast. The Helios avatar lowers its horns, attempting to gore the monk, but misses, just as Aggee leaps clear.
Is that your best shot? That's it?
Helios stands frozen, mouth agape, awed by the spectacle. The M&M crew are slick and effective fighting force, augmented boldly by Helios's fertile imagination.
Helios, you like fire, right? This was called out in our pre-mission briefing.
No, I hate fire.
Oh, too bad. I'm afraid this situation calls for fire.
No fire.
Too late, the sorceress hurls a chromatic fire orb. Helios' avatar swiftly backhands the flying orb with his axe, returning serve, sending it exploding at Badia's feet. Greener pastures turn quickly to redder pastures as flames spread.
See? Never play with fire!
Helios tap dances, attempting to avoid the growing flames.
You think that was a mistake? I twist plans within plans.
My role calls for me to die. In sacrifice. Valiantly.
He attacks, striking the Helios avatar with his bow stick.
Poor thing, he just needs love.
Rainbow takes the edge of the beast's cloak, spinning.
Hello, friend. Do you want to dance? Ole!
You really should accept. She's a free spirit on the dance floor.
That's not the only place I'm a free spirit.
Aggee, also a free spirit, tap dances on the Minotaur's face.
1, 2. Oh, do 2 half Minotaurs make a whole?
You are a pathetic mathematician.
Oh, I'm a writer, remember? That's why I have been tasked with inking this epic ballad.
Helios' avatar gently takes her dainty hand, and for a moment they are prince and princess, engaged in a romantic waltz. But then he tosses her, hard.
Oh, do it again! That was jolly good fun!
Rainbow flies 20 feet, performing a majestic ballet jeté. She stumbles to landing. Cheers rain down from the gallery. the universe mocking her roundly. She gets up, embarrassed and angry, nose raised to the camera.
Well, you try dancing with someone with no feet and see how well you do.
I guess it's up to me to end this dance battle. Dance like your balls are on fire, Cratton!
Let's check in on Aggee Muse. With his bow stick of blur, Aggee plays the Minotaur's horns like a triangle dinner bell.
Aggee, remember, if you kill him, he can't kill you. Don't change the script.
We're in Hades. He'll find a mouth to jump into.
The Helios avatar performs embarrassing shame damage. Open palm slap to Aggee's chest, driving him to the ground. Aggee refocuses the kinetic energy, Aikido style, performs a kip up, bouncing back straight into the Minotaur's face, and headbutts him violently.
This is Helios' world, and you weren't invited into this lavish do.
Worlds away on Chaldea Prime, Helios' friends barely maintain order as wind and spirits try to disrupt Helios. Badia continues to chanting unabated while Aggee and Rainbow struggle to maintain salt and flame against the supernatural wind.
Something is very angry with Helios.
Back in Hades, in the pit of Helios' mind, Rainbow recovers from her embarrassing dance dismount and throws a special spell at her former dance partner. Tasha's laughter. Tasha's hideous laughter. Tasha's uncontrollable hideous laughter. Tasha's...
Okay. We've got it.
Tasha's supreme uncontrollable hideous laughter. Fizzles. It was all set up and no punchline. Helios' avatar chuckles, but not because of the spell, just because he's amused at wee humanoid thing casting spells. Suddenly, an axe comes into frame and Helios' avatar blocks it.
Who are you?
Helios' avatar sneers at Helios, pure, unadulterated hatred and anger.
I am what you would be if you weren't so afraid. Badia, showtime!
Badia drops the mother of all fire orbs on target. Ka-boombo! Badia staggers back, startled and kind of impressed.
Woo! That's big enough for you?
Aggee continues the assault against the now burning avatar. Finally, beaten to an inch of his life, Helios' avatar drops his axe and then to one knee, burning, bloody, and bruised.
I think he's had enough, Aggee.
Aggee kicks their adversary sharply in the chest, sending him ass over tea kettle onto his back.
This is Helios' world. He is your benefactor. You will show him respect.
Through the burning pain, Helios' avatar looks up.
Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise! The choice is yours! I am not afraid! You are still a beast at bay!
Back in the real world, on the rolling Targonian, the runes on the handle of Helios' axe illuminate as a new rune appears.
You see that? It's working!
Badia shakes her head knowingly and continues to chant. Helios' mind is empty and dark, like his foul mood, and yet somewhere in the void we hear low, indiscernible voices in conversation, like thoughts debating.
Are we dead?
No.
I don't feel dead.
Not for lack of trying on someone's part.
Ow! You're kicking me! Stop pushing!
That wasn't me.
There's something alive in here.
We're in Hades. Nothing is alive in here.
I'm alive, I think.
Wait, I see something. Do you see what I see?
Depends on what you see.
I have dark vision and I can't see shit.
I can't see shit either. And I have true vision.
I have Lucanor's miraculous sight.
I have God's sight. I can see between the tapestries of worlds, gaze across the astral, the ethereal, and into the shadow realm.
Never mind. You smell that?
Yes. That's the south end of a northbound Stygian worm.
Worm, eh?
On cue, as if someone had read Helios's mind, the tapestry of darkness pulls back like a theatrical curtain, revealing the Stygian bog. Helios and his 3 muse companions stand in the middle of the most heinous, murky, damn swamp ever imagined.
Oh, these were my best slippers. Couldn't your imagination have taken us someplace nicer?
Oh, like the Elysian Fields. My Uncle Finn has a fine halfling hole there.
A grand swamp to the horizon, saltgrass, pickleweed, and moss-covered cypress. And the worst of it, everything covered in brackish green pond scum and mucus that could have only come from the nose of a Cthulian elder.
Ew! It's squishy!
Do you mind? I am the shortest.
Rainbow climbs onto Helios's back and shoulders. Something moves in the shadows, followed by a splash.
Did you see that? I hate swamps!
Beneath the water, something oddly alien sweeps fast past the Gravers, causing them all to leap in fear.
Is it? For Helios? Again?
It's a foe, all right, but not that kind of foe, you know.
Adia crouches into a low wand-dueling stance, then casts firebolts rapidly, every which way. Spectacular explosions of fire erupt wherever she points, but doing little perceived damage, more bark than bite.
What's the point in that?
A preemptive strike at the heart of fear, yes?
No. You're just gonna run out of spells.
It's okay. My arsenal is endless. Helios doesn't understand spellcraft.
A rigid back from that of a prehistoric swamp creature arcs, pushing above the surface 10 feet distant, and then disappears again.
We are not alone.
It's okay, Helios. We won't abandon you.
Should I attack?
Wait your turn to die, Aggee. First, let me see if I can arouse it with my foreplay spell play.
Badia orchestrates a few more firebolts into the bog that explode like erupting geysers, but do little else. Rainbow and Aggee perform an amused, slow clap.
Your paper tiger shock and awe campaign was most impressive.
No. Tigers. I hate tigers.
Badia suddenly disappears, sucked violently under.
Badia!
The water is only ankle deep. Where could she have gone?
This is Helios's world, remember? In his mind, you seriously expect rational, consistent, planar constants.
I'm in my mind?
Badia suddenly reappears, splashing and gasping for air.
It's a bog spirit!
The bog spirit's serrated spinal dorsal protrusion continues to rise and fall as it stalks our heroes, circling them. Badia pushes her hands into the water and casts shocking grasp. Violent electricity arcs and fizzles in the water, sending static energy radiating. Everyone shakes, teeth rattling as they are electrified. 1 beat, 2 beat, 3 agonizing beats later.
What are you doing? Trying to fry us?
The bog wouldn't burn, so I thought, maybe electrify.
And us?
I know water is an excellent conductor of electricity, Badia. Never stand near water during a lightning storm. My pa used to say.
Well, shit.
The shock, however, did have its desired effect on the bog spirit. It breaches, revealing its full, true nature. A plant, crocodile, unholy union. The crocodilian, a metaphysical concept of fear, is lizard-like, with stubby snout, long tail, and short limbs. Tree limbs, that is.
Face your fear.
The creature bolts directly at Helios, its long tail thrashing violently. Aggee leaps, coming down on the abomination in an effort to subdue, exerting every ounce of strength in a massive bear hug. The crocodile goes into a death roll, taking Aggee with him, thrashing the monk mercilessly.
Oh, Aggee is a true blessing and a gift from the gods.
With a terminal death wish?
Rainbow leaps off of Helios' shoulder and flings her magical chakram.
Chakram chakra!
I hate bog monsters, especially imaginary ones, from my imagination.
He charges, using rage as fuel, hacking and slashing. Each swing of his axe churns up wood, sap, and Stygian gore. Not far away, Badia casts Guiding Bolt. She turns casually to the camera like a Rubinstein practitioner to a class of minor wizards, explaining the art of magic.
Guiding Ball is a lesser spell related to Guiding Bolt. Admittedly, it has limited uses as the emphasis is on guiding balls. But since my good friend here is a ball...
A flash of light streaks toward the bog creature and misses, shooting wide over its head.
Wait for it.
The flash of light arcs and comes back around, hitting the croc in the back in a radiant explosion of rainbow light. Badia returns to the classroom lecture.
And that, folks, is how it is done proper. Because I have a divine soul, which makes me favored by the gods. Look it up.
Which gods are those exactly, Badia? Mycenaean? Norse? Anum?
All of them. Go away.
Back to the death roll. The bog croc is on high spin cycle. All we can see is a spinning vortex of water, teeth, fists, tail. It's all too much to grok.
It's so confusing.
The bog croc's thick wooden tail whips out and slaps Helios, sending him sailing 10 feet. Rainbow attempts a sneak attack, but how do you sneak up on a crocodile on high spin? Exactly, right? The chakram goes into the churning mess and gets spit out.
Okay, well, that was pointless. Get up, you big oaf. This is your quest. You should get in there and take care of it. Why am I doing all the heavy lifting?
Helios charges past her, hacking at the creature's tail like a lumberjack. Bam, 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 bam. Finally, the tail comes clean off. In the tumult of agony, the bog spirit jettisons Aggee, flinging him up like a rag doll, landing awkwardly at Rainbow's feet.
You see that? It was like I was wrestling a mountain.
You fancy yourself Hercules now, Some legendary hero.
Why not? I think I can.
Badia gathers with him, in support of Helios, as he stands over the dying bog spirit.
What are you?
Everything you fear.
I am not afraid.
Forget everything and run. Face everything and rise. The choice is yours.
I choose to leave this place. Yeah, I'm out. I'm done.
Back on the rolling Targonian, the runes on the handle of Helios's axe illuminate as a new rune appears.
Oh, there's another one! You see it? I don't know what's going on in there, but it is working!
Badia smiles, continuing to chant. Aggee pours more salt into the circle as insurance.
How do you imagine he's doing without our help?
Helios's mind is empty, dark, angry, hot, and yet somewhere in the hot void we hear low, indiscernible voices in conversation, like thoughts debating.
Bloody hell! It's hot in here.
Where are we this time?
Oh, better not be a labyrinth. I know you Minotaurs love labyrinths.
No. We don't. It's a popular misconception. My people hate labyrinths.
Really? Do tell.
Hello? Prison? Confined, wandering around, lost in the dark forever, like in this bloody hole?
Well, there you go. You learn something new every day.
Where to now?
Act 3. We face the crucible.
There is no we. I am going it alone.
Is that wise?
Are you quite certain?
Yes. I have to face my own fears alone. I can't stand behind you my whole life. I'm tired of being afraid.
I'll cover your flank, buddy.
No, I appreciate it, but I must go alone.
On cue, as if someone had read Helios's mind, the tapestry of darkness pulls back like a theatrical curtain, revealing the tinderbox. Helios stands on the edge of an angry, active volcano, a fortress of courage. Heroic music swells as reddish-orange glow from a superheated lava illuminates his determined, defiant features. He steps close to the edge, hooves on the brink.
Oh, it's harder than I remember.
No shit. It's a tinderbox. Not exactly your favorite place.
Helios spins to find the M&M crew.
What are you doing here?
We said we wouldn't abandon you.
Come away from the ledge, Helios.
Badia leans out, looking into the crater. She nudges a rock with her toe, sending it falling slowly into the lava.
Oh, you fall in there. Forget about any healing spell saving you.
Lava is the hottest kind of fire, and you know you hate
Fire. I know. You are my friends. I appreciate what you are doing, okay? But I must do this alone. I must.
You insist?
I do.
I'll be backstage if you need me.
Badia kisses Helios tenderly on the cheek, nods at the halfling, indicating it was time to go, and disappears.
Nothing is ever quite as scary as the images we conjure in our own minds. Remember that, Helios.
A moment later, Helios stands alone on the precipice once more, a tiny speck against the immensity of the tinderbox. Inside the lava-filled crater, a hulking spark, a construct of fear, rises out of the lava, and around it, kindlings by the hundreds.
Face your fears!
Helios looks at his axe, feeling the weight of his oldest ally and friend.
I guess it's just you and me.
He leaps into the crater. As Helios plummets, back we go to the rolling Targonian. Helios, in a fevered dream state, thrashes about, arms and legs kicking and flailing.
I am not afraid! You don't scare me! You don't scare me!
Aggee, hold it down!
I'm trying!
Together, the two try to keep Helios subdued, but the Minotaur is bucking like a bronco, and much too strong for the pair. A hoof kicks wide, disrupting the protective salt line.
Oh, fix the salt!
Aggee pours more salt, but loses his leverage on Helios. The big man's hand flails and almost knocks over a
Candle!
Rainbow quickly puts it to rights before it falls. The demon inside Helios is more than they can contain.
Badia!
Badia just shrugs and continues to chant, afraid to stop. Helios almost sits up.
We're losing you.
Something large lands on Helios' chest, pinning him. It's Snaggle. The Gekon's weight and downward pressure is sufficient to keep their friend from doing any more harm.
Fodder.
In the tinderbox crater, Helios is mid-death plunge. All the planar constants are functioning normally, including gravity, propelling him at terminal velocity. He falls fast and true, straight at the spark, like one of Badia's favored by the gods fire spells.
I am not afraid!
On Helios' axe, the last remaining rune comes to life.
I do love fireworks.
He raises the axe, ready to strike. Helios and the spark come together in a titanic explosion, setting off volcanic fireworks. The tinderbox erupts like Forever Mountain when Ichabod awakens. That's a reference to a future super event, a bit of a spoiler, sorry. On the rolling Targonian, Helios sits bolt upright, finding, weirdly, Snaggle on top of him. Everyone lurches, staring at their wild-eyed friend.
I am not afraid anymore.
Are you okay?
How are you feeling?
I feel like a cow. Hand me that candle.
Why?
She hands him one of the candles and he immediately sticks the flame to his hair.
Oh, no, Helios, what are you doing? No, stop, Helios.
Oh my gosh, Helios.
No. That is great, Helios. You're not afraid, but you are still flammable.
Oh.
Badia giggles and places a loving, healing hand to his face.
You did it. And alive, too. Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Look, It's complete.
Everyone leans close to inspect the finely crafted weapon.
I thought for a moment you were going to leave us.
I did leave you. It was a real place. And you were there, and you, and you.
Suddenly, a column of light cascades down from the heavens, casting Helios in a halo of starlight. Everyone gazes skyward to see Artisan, larger than anyone has seen before, hovers directly over the ship and Helios. And for a beat, Helios and Artisan lock eyes. Helios stands, raising his axe.
Father, Papa, I did it. I went to Valhalla, and I am not afraid. I'm not afraid. Father, Papa, I did it. I went to Valhalla, and I am not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Oh. I got the timeshare too. You should all come. It's great.
Oh.
Yeah. You can go. There's blackout dates are Monday through Saturday.
Are the snacks included?
No.
Oh, well, it's not nearly as enticing. But still, thank you.
The cheese is if you don't ask questions.
Omba had never been particularly fond of goodbyes, long or otherwise, and definitely was not fond of Ariadne's artisans. They had been nothing but trouble since the day they met, a menace to ship and crew. So when Dukes, the guide of Ife, was spotted waving frantically from the starboard shore,
Ahoy!
the responsibility Ariadne had placed upon Umba was, thank gods, at an end. The green and ever more green Samaria jungle is thick and vivacious, choking wet and hot. Snaggle chews fondly on Helios's leg as the ship slowly turns upriver and makes its planned escape.
Fodder!
The beast drops a rat gift and flies to rejoin its master.
I'm going to miss that reptile, even if he did try to kill me.
Oh, I didn't get to say goodbye to Cookie. Or his bottle.
It was rather rude how they frog-marched us off the ship without saying so much as a final goodbye.
No respect.
The man who had been waving madly from the shore approaches.
Mbute friends, I am Dukes, ranger and guide. I will guide you safely through the jungle.
Dukes is a Targonian man, lanky and masculine. His rugged frontiersman exterior says he's an experienced pioneer, carefree and comfortable, living off the land.
To where?
Dukes laughs mirthfully. His light, airy laughter parts the clouds, bringing warm sunlight cascading down on the gathering. Spirits lifted, our four heroes smile cheerfully, wrapped in his warm radiance.
To Ife, city of gods.
Badia chews her lip, eyeing up and down the affable character while Rainbow bounces excitedly, enthusiasm overflowing with charm.
How convenient! Hello, I'm Rainbow.
How did you know we were coming?
Oh, good question. How did you?
The ranger flashes a fake card, quickly, like a criminal flashing a fake ID, and just as quickly stashes it.
I've been quested to get you where you need to go.
Was that a genuine Anumian fate card?
When thinking about the Anumians, remember this. They will test you to the limits of your soul.
Look, if that's a con man card or something equally perilous, we need to know.
Or a lead travelers to their death card.
If I were a gifted con man, how would you know? I cannot say with any certainty if my quest will lead you to your deaths. It is a perilous jungle.
May I see the card?
No, it is private between me and the gods.
You mean Anumians?
A coconut falls out of a tree and hits Aggee on the head.
Ow!
In Ife, it's all about the gods. 401 of them.
I drew the fairy good mother. I am charged with writing an epic story.
You expect us to trust a handsome stranger lurking about on a riverbank in the middle of a Sumerian jungle? It's a mighty suspicious.
And yet you stopped.
Umbo was on a quest to deliver us to Ife. I think there was much she wasn't telling us.
You are, of course, welcome to travel through the jungle on your own.
Bedia, we should show our new friend some respect. We're going to need his help.
If help is what we're getting.
I will not push my aid upon you, even as my quest demands. Proceed south from here. Beware of poisonous plants and predatory animals, and devil-dark monsters. The greatest risk you face is your own error and stupidity.
With you guiding us, we can avoid these troubles.
The jungle is trouble.
Please, no dinosaurs.
You okay, Helios?
Oh, that damned Hades potion Cookie gave me wreaked havoc on 3 of my 4 stomachs. Oh, it's rivers of shitters. Oh.
Trust takes years to build, and they just met this man.
You are on a mission from a god?
Gods. In Ife, it's always about many gods.
Gods, sure.
A coconut falls from a tree and strikes Aggee on the head.
Ow!
Gods are all around us. Take care not to offend.
You know us?
My quest was very specific. On the first day of Amazon, you are to meet a ship on the Boyonogo River. 4 travelers will disembark. You are to guide them to Ife.
And you think that's us?
I've been coming to the same spot religiously for 40 years, and you are the first travelers I have ever seen.
40 years?
I am but a humble servant with deep faith in my gods. Should I guide you, or should I wait another 40 years?
Hi, I'm Aggee. This is my friends Rainbow in Bedia. This tall drink of water is Helios.
I'm not afraid of water.
That would be my guess.
I am also a guide for hunters out of Graver's Den.
Oh, Maxie, trouble the dig. You, take the lead.
A sudden wind knocks a cluster of coconuts out of a nearby palm.
No. No. I wouldn't want to ruin your quest.
You are all very chatty. I wasted much time on this quest. I am eager for it to end so that I may return home to my wife and children.
You've been away from your family for 40 years?
I serve the gods of Ife.
I'm making a footnote about this. We've botched this relationship 40 years.
40 years, shit. It was botched before we were born.
The northern Sumerian jungle is named Black Woods, for good reason. The guide of Ife leads our heroes single file through thick, towering, waterlogged Jurassic plants. With each passing step, the jungle canopy grows thicker and darker, until the outside world is lost in but a dream.
I can't see shit. Can you?
Mr. Guide, sir, if I light a lantern, will it invite something to come and eat us?
The chance is never zero.
Don't worry about me. I just need to have a meet and greet. That tree over yonder. Oh, I hate you, Cookie!
How about something dramatic like dancing lights to illuminate our path?
Oh, nice choice.
That's pretty good.
Sometime later, in jungle time, how long have they been slogging? Hours, a day, 2? Each moment is as excruciatingly long and protracted as the last. The jungle dark hides light as well as time equally well, it would seem. Ariadne's artisans trudge silently with only an occasionally smash and crash of plants as Helios hacks back the foliage with his axe.
This thing is awesome! When I get back to Graver's Dig, I'm going to have Cosmos identify it.
It's an axe, Helios. Oh. Hey, Rainbow. How is your quest coming along?
My quest? You mean my quest to write an epic tale? Well, it's a little open-ended. I can't finish my quest or even begin to finish until all of you finish yours.
Mine involves tracking down a beast, a great, terrible beast that has gone bad. Nimsunu wasn't terribly forthcoming about what that meant.
You will know soon enough.
Dukes stops at a large cactus plant laden with red fruit. He picks one by one and tosses them to the others.
This is dragon fruit. It is delicious and it will keep you strong.
What? Not god fruit?
A coconut hits Aggee in the head.
Ow! Duke is an interesting name. Are you a warrior? A knight? Have you ever heard the expression, put up your dukes? I was wondering, is that a nickname?
I am a ranger. My name is spelled D-U-X.
If it comes down to a fight, we will defend you. Oh, pardon me.
The best way to survive a jungle fight is to not get into one in the first place.
Are you a pacifist?
Living in the jungle for 40 years, I have learned to protect myself. Know this. If I should die, there is no way you would ever escape this.
A great commotion and thrashing interrupts their dragon fruit feeding. Helios enters the clearing, illuminated by Badia's dancing lights. Behind him, a dire warg vine plant creature follows. Its dark silhouette, roughly wolf-shaped, but it is not made of muscle and bone. Vines lash out. The jungle came at them, spitting forth foul canine creatures, direwolf in size and temperament. Helios used his newly enchanted axe to great effect. Turns out, axes are great against vines.
Chakram chakra!
Sure, Rainbow prefers shadows and stealth, but when it comes to a straight-up fight, she's an iron fist and a velvet glove. Our Chan leader quickly learns that punching thorny vines is not a good idea, and it's also a good way to get grappled.
Aggee's getting eaten again.
Lucky for Aggee, he has an elemental sorceress for a friend who will save his butt once again. Ultimately, Ariadne's artisans prevail against the jungle menace.
Ow!
Mostly. Moments after the fight, the vine hounds, beaten back, the jungle retracts.
Ah, what was that?
Just the jungle in its many varied forms.
Everyone is bleeding from 100 serrated scratches.
Oh, everyone gather round. I'll get you fixed up.
Oh.
Helios retracts too, to a privy position, his sour stomach gurgling.
Here, take this.
Where are you going?
Poo-poo platter. Oh!
Later, wounds tended and mended and marching orders set, they march. Suddenly, Aggee Chan leaps forward, blocking.
Duke, watch out! You're going to want to step around that polish.
Is that a Cow pie?
Are the cattle in the jungle?
Not that I've seen.
Actually, it is,
Helios?
Look, the potion Cookie gave me, very strong, okay? It literally killed my guts.
Poor Helios.
Oh, maybe next time take a dump a little further off the path.
What path?
Or maybe bury it.
I am a minotaur, not a cat.
You city slickers need to listen up. Improve your effort or die. Understand? Let's go.
And go they did, through Samaria's darkest jungle. Dukes leads our 4 heroes through the deep, dark jungle at a feverish pace, daring them to keep up. Dukes leapfrog stone to stone across a creek. They wind through a cathedral of towering trees. The exhausted troop sit around a campfire. Dukes machete chops large clusters of bananas. They climb over and under fallen trees. Dead on their feet, they press on like zombies. All the while, Duke's berating them like an imperial centurion.
Embrace the suck! Touch that and die!
Who hired this guy?
This was Aggie's idea.
My feet hurt.
Oh, I gotta take a deuce.
Double time! You are too slow for my flow!
Who keeps farting?
I fart in your general direct. Who do you think it is? Who do you think it is, Aggee?
If this gets much worse, I'm going to have to request for you to stop helping us.
Ah, I see the Snafu Fairy has visited us again.
Ooh, I need a beer, like a Cud Light.
This is no parade! But by the gods, we will get there!
The monotony of the jungle trek weighs heavy on our not-so-merry band of questers. Complaints turn to mild bickering and general belly aching on a returning nightmare loop.
Are we there yet? My back is hurting. I would like to sit down. Please.
I do believe we're walking in circles.
I had more fun in Hades. Me.
Well, aren't you a bloody ray of sunshine?
Check your 6.
Everything sucks, and you can't convince me otherwise.
I am the shortest person here, and that means I walk twice as far as anyone else.
Why are all the leaves in this jungle so hard? Ugh.
Today, we will do what others can't.
I've missed 7.5 meals today.
That's it. I'm out.
Bold Boulder Basin is an abandoned open mine pit the people of Ife quarried to build their legendary city. Our travel-weary travelers pull up for a rest, lazing against granite boulders.
Daddy, can we do this again?
I do desire we might be better strangers.
Dukes suddenly and violently zips across the ground, yanked hard, dragged, flipped up and then down, bashed against the ground.
Dukes is being attacked!
Lights, please. Hear that? I'm back to chronicle the next round of the jungle versus Ariadne's artisans. This time, rather than wargs, it's Cyclops! Nuh-uh, not a Cyclops. Easy mistake, though. It's a giant, poisonous vine thing creature.
Save Dukes!
It's another vine creature!
Ooh, damn. Oh, ouch. Ooh. Oh, our heroes better step in fast. Dukes is getting the tar beat out of him. Oh. The narrator turns to watch the fight. Helios swinging his axe, Rainbow throwing chakra, Badia casting spells, and Aggee attacking with hands and feet. You know how edged weapons only do half damage against skeletons? Well, similarly, Aggee hasn't learned that hands and feet don't do that well against vine creatures. Let's see how this turns.
Ow!
Turns out. The narrator shadow boxes alongside Helios. It's about time our friend... There he goes, enrages. The narrator flinches, ducks, weaves as he witnesses Helios lose his cow mind. He chances a scared glance at the camera. That's a whole lot of damage going on. The giant vine monster dies. Thunk, hits the ground.
Yeah, stay down! Piece of vine shit. God.
Dukes looks bad, but I'm sure Badia can save him. I'm out of here.
Last night must have been a hell of a jamboree, because I've got a raging hangover.
Oh, it's deja vu all over again. Oh. Look, you might hear something or smell something, but it's off the path.
Same shit, different day.
Yeah, no.
Keep me downwind, please.
Oh, Helios, are you okay? I can look at...
No looking, no touching, no spells down here. I'm fine.
We need to talk about your diet. Maybe some oatmeal?
I think I contracted mad cow disease in Hades. Oh.
You weren't in Hades, Helios. That's a figment in your mind.
Something is wrong, okay? My guts are burning like the tinderbox.
Maybe it was something you ate.
Oh, maybe it was Cookie's blood gruel. He's not exactly a Michelin star chef.
You ate his gruel?
Oh, no, Helios, you didn't. The gruel is fuel. It's not meant to be consumed. It was intended for his pet Fluffy, Cthulian horror offspring of Yogg-Sothoth.
What is Yogg-Sothoth?
Cookie did allude to the crew getting gruel poisoning once.
Cookie, he's bad cook.
Cookie isn't a cook at all. He's the ship's navigator. I thought everyone knew that. Cookie is a telepath. He tells Fluffy how and when to move the ship.
Oh, okay, it makes sense why gruel tastes so bad.
You should have requested my shark fin soup. It's a delicacy, both going in and coming out.
Oh, come on, Helios. Use your nose next time. That hellish fume should have been warning enough. The bilge rats won't eat that shit. Oh, he's worse than I thought. I need to go deep into my spells.
Everyone gathers into a circle, quiet, so that Badia can work. The sorceress casts Prayer of Healing. The long incantation, powerful healing touch, seeps into everyone over 10 long minutes. After the prayer service, everyone is feeling better, even...
Will Dukes be all right?
It was close, but he will survive. We should leave him alone to rest.
A while later, Ariadne's artisans sit casually around a large campfire, except Helios, who, doing his business behind a nearby tree. Rainbow has her nose in her journal, writing.
Helios, would you like some aloe vera paste? It's very soothing.
Don't look at me! Go away!
Are you sure we're heading in the right direction?
You want to lead now, Mr. I-Confined Civilization?
I'm just saying. It looks like I've seen that tree before.
It's a kapak tree. Western Samaria is full of them.
Still, I think we are walking in circles.
I've already explained to you, I am taking you the fastest route. And the fastest route between 2 points is a straight line, not a circle.
A straight line is the shortest distance, not the fastest route.
A straight line allows for maximum speed compared to a journey of a curved path.
Yes, unless the straight line is blocked with shit trying to kill us.
We should follow Crow. Crow always fly in straight line. Papa said.
I prefer beeline. Fast and true.
Straight or curved, I don't think the gods of Ife want you here.
A coconut hits Aggee in the hip.
Ow!
But the Anumians do.
Who wins in a fight between a guardian and an Anumian?
Depends on which god and which Anumian, I suppose.
It's impossible to say. There are powerful entities from 2 different ages. The Anumians from the Age of Magic, gods, obviously.
The Age of Gods.
What is an age?
Oh, I'm going to sleep.
Fade to sleep, or black.
Yes, but which one is more powerful?
The next morning, the sky is visible over the clearing where the travelers rested for the night. The trees have graciously parted to give them a reprieve from the cold and darkness. Glorious light and warmth bathe the trail.
I'm fully invigorated. Reinvigorated even.
Indeed, everyone is feeling chipper as they attack the morning with zest and zeal. It's a glorious day in the Legion.
A day in the Legion is like a day on the farm. Every meal's a banquet, every paycheck a fortune, and every formation a parade. I love the Legion.
Dukes suddenly disappears into a mighty sinkhole that opened up beneath him like a tiger trap. Rainbow beelines, fast and true, grabs his arm. Dukes' momentum pulls the dainty halfling over and down.
Help!
Helios' massive mitts grab Rainbow, but then he gets yanked over too.
Helios!
Aggee and Badia grab the Minotaur as his hooves go over. Badia casts an ice spell, cementing her and Aggee to the ground as anchor points. The sudden plunge stops. Badia and Aggee are frozen, literally, to the lip of the sinkhole, and the other three are dangling down in a daisy chain.
Pull us up! Oh, pull us up!
We're trying!
I'm trying! They're really heavy!
It's a gravity well. We're all heavier.
Helios! We really need to talk about your diet.
Is this a bad time? I need to go!
Go! No!
Hold it, Helios!
Hold your shit together, Mr. Poo-Poo Pants!
Oh, you can moo! Just don't poo!
The winds of change are coming! You can't stop them! Oh, God!
Oh, Helios!
He who sniffed it, whiffed it!
Wind. Huh. Maybe.
Idiot. The ice is melting.
No, I have an idea. I've been experimenting on a new class of quasi-elemental spells, combining the power of pure...
Don't explain, just do it!
Fire, ice, and water explode into the sinkhole. The bottom of the pit turns into a Han-Arendi Tong-Dao maelstrom. Hot air and turbulent wind explodes up, pushing...
Quick! Climb!
Dukes scrambles up first, the rushing wind pushing at his back. Rainbow follows, scampering like a nimble squirrel. Together, all four retract Helios.
Damn, rescued the ranger. That first step was a doozy.
That was a god-sized latrine.
A coconut hits Aggee on the head.
Ow! Who keeps doing that?
Dukes points into the hole, smiling.
This is good news.
How is this good news?
Oh, my quasi-elemental spell worked.
The people of Ife surrounded this area with many such defensive pits.
Dukes skirts the pit.
Follow me, and do be careful.
Do I have time to poo?
No.
Dukes takes off at an accelerated pace. He exits the jungle onto a barely there paved cobblestone road covered in centuries-old growth. The road, as a crow flies, heads directly south onto an elevated causeway over a river. Dukes stops. The camera lifts extreme wide angle on a vast Targonian ruined city built over lakes, rivers, and waterways. The city, once the jewel of Samaria, is green with overgrown vegetation.
Welcome to Ife. Divine is the peace.
A titanic roar breaks the peace.
What was that?
Oh, that scared the shit out of me!
The world reverberated with such calls when Emperor Cordova died. That is your guardian beast.
Well, I feel better now.
On Nisha's southeast coastline reside the Nabatean trade cities of Shivta, Avdat, Haluza, and Mamshit. The bountiful riches of Ardea pour through these 4 port cities, bringing their proud culture to the rest of Chaldea. Adva is the traditional seasonal campground for Nabatean caravans traveling Ardea's endless desert. On this beautiful day, the sparkling jewel on the edge of the Great Sea is a crush of business commerce. A marble metropolis of stone terraces, wide sweeping causeways, and markets celebrate a vibrant Nabatean culture. The building complex, known as the Temple of Oboda, sits on the Acropolis of the city. The temple was built as a dedication to the deified Nabatean king Obodas I. But in Cordava's empire, it is a temple of Set. On the wide temple steps around the imperial obelisk of law, a wailing throng of morologists lament the passing of a cherished loved one. Family and friends enter the temple's austere portal opening. Inside the temple of Set, the distant wails are subdued by the thick towering pillars holding up colorful carved entablature. A few hundred people fill the ample sanctuary, quiet, reflective, solemn, and sad. 4 imperious priests of Set carry Coptic jars up sandstone steps to a dais. At its center, an ornamental sarcophagus carved of limestone, inlaid with ivory and gold hieroglyphics that depict scenes of the afterlife and instructions on how to survive the underworld. The priests reach the top of the stairs, circle the sarcophagus, and place the jars on an altar made in the image of the serpent god Set. The priests look up as an ornate gold burial mask descends from the ceiling on guy wire. It stops, framing the face of the deceased, a mummy. The priests cock their heads back and cry out in sorrow. In the ruins of Ife, the Drowseldar's monstrous roar echoes across the firmament, catching the attention of Warband in the sky above. With almost childlike curiosity, the Anumian approaches until its hovering expanse fills the entirety of the sky. The assembled hero hosts that make up the constellation peer eagerly down upon Chaldea, the ruins of Ife, and a Drowseldar, a 25-foot swamp giant covered in thick, rough, greenish-brown, bark-like skin. On its chest are bark markings, forming enigmatic, watchful eyes.
I think we finally found our guardian.
The Emperor had an army of these things?
I did my part, track down the beast. That was the instructions. I'll just be waiting over here doing my nails.
Helios scans the sky, Warband lurking expectantly above, and then his gaze shifts to the approaching guardian of Ife.
Warband is taking bets on whether or not you live or die, Aggee.
Remember, we just need to take it down, whatever that means.
The Drowseldar trumpets an agitated growl, shaking its head, trying to clean the cobwebs after a long drunk. Rainbow waves a friendly hand at the approaching Doomsday Giant.
Hello there, fellow. I am Rainbow the Humble, and I would like to be your dearest, closest friend. What do you think? Would you like to be my friend? Oh, he does want to be my friend. He wants to join our band.
The Drowseldar's head jerks spasmodically and its arms flail awkwardly.
Something is wrong with it. Dukes, where did Dukes go?
That man has cow's courage.
A coconut hits Aggee in the back of the head. Meanwhile, Helios marches in a circle, snorting, agitated, frothing, blood boiling, hallmarks of berserker insanity.
Asterion, Lord and first Minotaur of my people, grant me rage of rages!
Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
He will not pass here.
Badia, got any rare incantations in that grimoire of yours?
Oh, damn straight.
Badia casts Guardian of Faith. A spectral Nabatean warrior woman with sword and shield appears riding a Lamassu. The ghost warrior slides off the giant beast, landing between Badia and the Drazildar. The Lamassu continues its charge forward into the Drazildar and explodes, producing a flash of blinding silver light. Wild cheers of excitement explode from Warband.
Friends, I salute you!
Aggee charges, and the others follow his lead. The Drazildar's hammer-like fist impact with force of a meteor strike. The Nabatean Guardian reacts with quicksilver determination and resolve, reducing the killing force of the colossal blows with sword and shield. Aggee takes a thunderous wallop that should have caved in a city wall. Distance on his battlefield is no distance at all for the Drazildar. He appears to be everywhere at once. Rainbow hides, revealing her under cloud, flanks, attacks, and then hides again. Meanwhile, Helios takes a skull-crunching strike to the nostrils.
I use the old distract him with my face bit.
You do have a very punchable face.
Rainbow darts shadow to shadow, flinging her chakra repeatedly into the fray with little or no effect.
Darn it, why am I so bad at everything today?
The Minotaur stands ground, defiantly, toe-to-toe, exchanging body blows with the monster of all monsters.
One thing I hate more than Kakashitella is bullies!
He drives the axe home, once, twice, 3 times.
Who says Drazildar are unkillable?
Elsewhere on the battlefront, Aggee leaps chaotically around like a flea on speed, attacking from all angles, but spending more time avoiding crushing blows than delivering them.
This isn't working. We need to try something different.
What if I heal him?
Heal him? How about heal me?
Badia casts healing hands on the Drazildar, and for a beat, the creature appears more docile. Then it scratches and claws madly at something on its back it can't quite seem to reach. Badia catches a flash of a natural pink.
Something is attached to it.
Huh?
What? Oh, the thing on its neck! It's alive! Attack it!
Everyone stares in stark contrast to the Drazildar's deep loam coloration. Wet, sickly pink tentacles wrap, pulsating around the giant's neck.
I'll kill it!
Aggee takes a heroic leap onto the Drazildar's shoulder. The Drazildar swats at Aggee like he would an annoying fly. Aggee leaps again, performing a backward salto over the Drazildar's head and onto the other shoulder.
Yuck! Is it up to pussy?
The creature, a Cthulhian horror, is a pulsating, pink, thick mass of writhing tentacles. A jaundiced eye swivels, peering, unblinking, up at Aggee.
Ew!
He kicks it. Pink pentacles thrash out, sending Aggee sailing. He lands a perfect pinpoint hero landing. The Drazildar turns to follow and receives an axe to the crotch for his lack of battlefield optics.
I'm right here! Attack me!
And it does, sideswiping the Minotaur. Luckily, Badia's Spectral Guardian continues to be everywhere at once, shielding the lion's share of brute force impact. Badia casts Guiding Bolt at the Cthulhu-puss, causing it to grow hot pink with an effervescent heavenly nimbus.
Attack the glowing pink thing!
Helios dips between the giant's towering legs, striking up at its crotch.
No, Helios, the pink thing! Attack the glowing pink thing!
I am attacking the pink thing!
The other pink thing, Helios! Oh, sweet mercy.
Helios avoids tap-dancing giant feet trying to pancake him.
At the crotch! More spells up here!
No, I shan't! I'm not wasting favored by the gods on his crotch!
Badia whips off another guiding bolt, which arcs around and strikes the tentacle beast again. The Drazildar, you know.
I am concentrating on his crotch! I'm not afraid of the crotch.
Helios! The tentacles, not the testicles!
I am! It's very dangerous near the tentacles!
No, goddammit! The bigger one!
Helios steps back. Everyone is pointing up. Helios maneuvers to get a better view of above. The pink Cthulhu-pus, glowing pink crown of tentacles, gives the Drowsildar a frightful, otherworldly, kingly visage.
He's too tall. I can't.
Helios, thinking, remembering.
Only this weapon, once forged properly, can strike the killing blow.
Again, the seer's words wash over him, her instructions to Aggee.
In the city of Ife, you will find a giant guardian. It is your task to take it down.
Aggee! What, Helios? Take him down!
Badia immediately groks Helios' intention.
Follow the light, Aggee. Let's finish this thing and go home.
Badia casts a searing, guiding light. Headline, Helios' epic axe toss. High in the air, end over end, Aggee Chan leaps, arching high, hand out.
I want it back! It's just a borrow!
Grabs axe handle, sailing, and misses. The trajectory all wrong. Oh! But just then, a starlight cosmic hand enters the scene. Warband gently nudges Aggee, directing him with pinpoint accuracy toward the Drowsildar and the Cthulian parasite. Aggee beelines as a crow flies. The axe falls. The axe channels Aggee's determination into a single coup de grace, cutting out the eye. We hear a terrifying alien shriek as it falls to the ground with a sickening splat. Dead. On the Drowsildar, a green nimbus oscillates along its tough exterior, and it seems to grow. Grow.
Oh, get away from it!
Everyone scatters. The Drowsildar rises up, beats its chest in triumph, lets out a bellow, and stomps the foul Cthulian horror into mush. Free of its tormentor, the Drowsildar turns and moves north at pace, plowing under trees and jungle vegetation, making a terrible racket, enough to kill the living and wake the dead. Moments later, our heroes gather close, out of breath, bleeding and bruised.
Holy shit!
Did we just do that?
That was crazy.
My crotch shots, one for the ages.
The friends laugh, stress, and adrenaline ebbing. Suddenly, a translucent wave of psionic energy rolls like a tsunami over Aggee, Badia, Helios, and Rainbow.
What have you done?
Aggee, Helios, and Rainbow stagger under the mental strain of the metaphysical sneak attack. The Nabatean, guardian of faith, patrolling, spares Badia the worst, and she spins towards the voice and the source of the energy attack. A vertical, one-dimensional line of light forms. It shimmers, radioactive for a beat, and then out of that line slides forth thought in pure form, a Taxian, Voimachus, a female member of the Imperial Psionic Syndicate.
Quick, behind me!
But the sorceress stands solo against the newcomer as her three friends lie prone on the ground. Are they merely stunned, gravely injured, dead? The Taxian nudges the remains of the Cthulian horror with her toe.
We freed the Guardian.
The greatest illusion in this world is the myth of free will.
Who are you?
We are the cosmic manifestation of thought.
No, that ain't it. I'm sure you're remembering things wrong.
Before magic, before divine providence, our thoughts traverse the cosmos.
The Taxian lashes out with her mind, probing. The Nabatean avatar flickers, its power ebbing.
I am favored by the gods!
Badia pours every ounce of her magical essence into the Nabatean avatar. The spectral guardian flares brilliant, shield up, sword poised.
Gods! Nanoscopic plebes, a juvenile waste of evolutionary purpose. Let's witness what your gods can do against the power of cognition.
Badia steps into the avatar, wearing the spectral guardian like a suit of
No,
armor.
Badia! No! It's okay, Rainbow.
She turns in defiance back to the Taxian, just as a speed of thought psionic blast comes at her. Badia reflexively parries it with a spectral shield.
Clever girl.
You're going to have to do much better than that.
Helios tries to move, but can't.
She is going to die.
Everything is energy. Your thoughts begin it, your emotion amplifies it, and your actions increase the momentum.
Badia runs and wraps her fingers around the Taxian's neck. Suddenly, the world is transformed into a dark, three-dimensional space of Euclidean geometry, the ultimate vastness of Badia's intellect in its purest form. At the origin, XYZ000, stands Badia and Voimachus.
I'm impressed. You're either very brave or very stupid.
Oh, let's work on some new cliches, shall we?
Who sent you?
Oh, apparently even in this place, I have freedom of thought.
Oh, so you understand?
Of course. This place. Mental foyer, I think is the term.
Yes, we are in the lobby of your mind. Shall we dig deeper? See what we can unravel? Unravel. Or perhaps we should start with your friends first.
Aggee, Helios, and Rainbow appear, bound and gagged, each one with one of those pink octopus things on their necks.
That's just a thought projection.
Is it? Should we test the theory?
You leave my friends be and I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Oh, but I much prefer to slice memories and dissect willpower. Oh well. Deal.
Anumians sent us on a quest to release the Guardian of Ife.
That's it? All of this was just an Anumian quest?
Yes?
Huh. It was an impressive feat, watching you go up against one of Cordava's unstoppable killing machines. But killing a high priest of Nyarlathotep, that's...
legendary? That's the tittle-tattle.
Ugh. I am going to enjoy the meal that is your mind. Sliced and served with butter and herbs and enjoyed with a fine bottle of red.
A bestial howl echoes. Suddenly, a large white hound of Annum with burning red eyes appears, glowing in the darkness. Voimachus listens for a moment to an invisible voice.
It is a bad day for science. I'm afraid we're going to have to postpone our little banquet. A prestigious someone is interested in meeting you.
Bring 'em on.
Take her soul.
The hound savagely bites Badia, shaking her like a rag doll. And finally, when he yanks back his saber fangs, he rends her soul, screaming, out of her body. Badia crumbles limp and falls, disappearing into the dark vastness of death. Back in Ife, Voimachus stands over the four fallen comrades as they regain motor control.
Return to your employer and tell them Ife is off limits.
She crouches, considering Helios's axe.
You killed my ally with this. One day, it'll kill you. But not before it kills everyone that you love.
I kill you!
I would be disappointed if you didn't try.
Helios struggles to his feet and assists Rainbow and Aggee, who stagger drunkenly on weak legs.
Oh gods, no! Badia!
The friends gather close around Badia. Aggee checks for a pulse and pulls his hand back quick as if touching fire.
She's ice cold. Not dead.
We need to do something.
What?
Everyone gazes skyward to see the huntsman, larger than anyone has seen before, hovering directly over Ife, joined by Giant Giant. And for a beat, Aggee and Giant Giant lock eyes.
Your quests are complete!
What good is that if Badia is dead?
Help her! Please!
The light disappears as the Anumians move off, leaving the three alone in their despair.
Take me instead!
Dukes! Uma! Cookie! Someone! Help us!
Nothing. Aggee points to the path of destruction left by the Drowsildar straight north.
Let's get her home. We must. We must. I will carry her. She carried us.
Helios gently gathers Badia in his arms. In Advat, in the Temple of Set, mourners, family, and friends have long last departed, leaving the cavernous temple empty. Badia's mummified body lays in state. Aggee, Helios, and Rainbow climb the stairs and gather close around their dear friend.
I still can't believe she's gone. Something to play in the afterlife. Did you know Badia means creation of life?
It all happened so fast. She was very, very scary. All the fire. But I think she was a bit of a pyromaniac. That's a beautiful word. The crazy things she would do with spells and the things I was afraid of. And just when I was starting to like it, she's gone. It will never be the same.
Badia was my best friend. She was my big sister. She loved magic, and she was always eager to provide pointers. But in the end, I couldn't use it to save her. But it's okay. She lives on in us, so long as we never forget.
When I set up to sign up for the hunt, I didn't know who was going to be joining me. I was lucky enough to have stumbled upon 3 of the greatest people I have ever had the honor of meeting. Graber's Dig has a knack of attracting courageous souls, heroic and valiant. Of all the Gravers and hunters I have guided, she was the most generous, warm, kind. You only say that because you save your ass thrice daily. Legendary Badia. Am I right? I was damn fortunate for her to have gambled on an idiot like me.
We would have died without her.
Badia, if you can hear me, you have fulfilled your duty to yourself, to your friends, to the Anumians and the gods. And now we will fulfill our duty to you.
Aggee raises a cup in salute. Helios and Rainbow join him.
Can I get in on this toast?
They turn to find the goddess Ariadne holding up a cup.
To Badia.
After a couple of beats of tortured silence, Aggee nods to the goddess.
Thank you, Ariadne. This would have meant a lot to Badia.
That's the least I could do.
If you would like to do something more, you can resurrect her. She died in your service.
You can do something, can't you? You are a goddess.
Sorry, I just don't see there's a way.
I've been researching resurrection. There are loads of legends on the topic. You can use white lotus, or a drop of heavenly essence, or a full wish would work, or a miracle, of course. You could avoid fate. Draw the correct fate card, or we could go to the deity's home plane.
Whoa, Nelly Rainbow.
Why?
No.
You are a goddess!
All of those things you just said are incredibly expensive.
I will sell my axe!
Keep your axe, Helios. You're missing a very important component.
What?
Her soul. What? Alright, let me give you some divine trivia. So in the age of gods, the most powerful source of energy is a soul. Not magic, not primal energy, immortal soul. So if you don't have a soul to push back into her body, then everything you just mentioned won't work.
Who would do such a thing?
Bricthwina. Look no further than Master's Mutt Unruly. He's a spectral hound of Annwn from the Celts underworld. Get it?
Unruly took her soul?
And most likely delivered it to Bricthwina, or possibly even Aaron.
I hate gods!
Me too. I'm sorry, there's nothing more that can be done.
Then we need to get it back.
Is that an option?
Yes, a soul quest!
Right. Sure, good luck with that.
Bye, Badia.
There's nothing better than a good friend.
Unless it's a friend with spells.
I guess. We're done here.
Not yet. I believe you need to finish with an epic tale.
Rainbow sits in green, windswept pasture on the edge of a towering cliff overlooking the Great Sea. She's deep in thought, writing in her journal.
I could stay forever with the wind at my back, no weight on my shoulders, and feel it take all of me and make me bolder.
Like my soul is weightless, rising up above the waves, and look how beautiful life can be. Somehow all my pain has set me free. When I try to see the light, it guides me. Feeling the wind, I let it in to remind me I'm where I'm supposed to be.
I'm out!
Rainbow looks up into the heavens as Fairy Goodmother appears, hovering near as we hear joyous laughter of playing children.
Good timing. I was almost finished. There are friends. There is family. And then there are the friends that become family. I volunteer to write the sequel if I get the chance.
She tosses the book into the heavens, where it joins Fairy Goodmother's library.
Feel it take all of me and make me bolder.
Like my soul is weightless, rising up above the waves, and look how beautiful life can be. Somehow all my pain has set me free. 'Cause when I try to see the light, it guides me. Feeling the wind, I let it in to remind me I'm where I'm supposed to be.
In the Rose Palace, in Queen Ariadne's chambers, Ariadne looks out across her fields of flowers, singing softly to herself.
What do you do with a drunken goddess? What do you do with a
Ariadne.
drunken goddess? What do you do with...
Ariadne.
What now?
She tugs a blanket off a piece of furniture, revealing a freestanding full-length mirror.
Brigthwina, report.
Oh, hey, Zune. How's it hanging?
Are you home already?
Hell yeah, I'm home. Like a month ago, are you kidding? They call that spider-infested shithole a spa.
Stick to the facts, please.
That is the facts. Are you kidding? Like, but I did pee and break through in his pool like you instructed. No? Not funny? Alright, well, dig this. She's been sucking prime off of 401 gods of Ife.
Ife?
Another one of Cordava's secret stashes. I don't know, some Pantheon starter colony. But it won't be like that for long. Turns out it's protected by Drazildar. Don't ask. I asked the same question. Why didn't it return to the palace like the others? Well, turns out some psycho Taxian figured out how to control the beast by attaching a Cthulian head to its body. Freaky shit. Although creative. I wish I thought of that. You should be expecting a new Drazildar in... however bloody long it takes to swim to Samaria. Alright. Don't call me, I call you. I'm out. Oh, and by the way, I'm making a few changes around here, so if you don't hear from me, you're one of them.